How is everybody doing today? Hey, Makip, how you doing? Need to see 2 ads. Oops, did I forget to annihilate the pre-rolls? I'm sorry. I think I forgot. I need to press a button each time, but then there's like ads in the like starting up screen that prevent that. But it's only for half an hour anyway. Sometimes I wish I could just disable the ads entirely, but I guess then Twitch would want to have money from me, so that's not an option, I guess. And how am I? I have a little bit of a cold, so my voice is not up to its greatest point, but I think it's fine. I think I can work with this. It's not a big deal. Just if halfway through I am like only drinking water, then you know what's up. I'm like, voice dying. But yeah. But how are you? I hope you're good. What a weird sound. Weird track. Hey there, Cassie. How's today? Yeah, as I said, a little bit of a cold. The weekend has also been very, very, very strange. One night there has been sirens going off, like at 3 in the morning. And I still don't know what that was about. I didn't find anything in the news. I don't know what it was. It sounded like maybe a flooding alarm or something. We have like a test for that like every Saturday, like in the early morning, like 10 or 11 sometimes. But it sounded exactly like that, but it was in the middle of the night at 3. I didn't find anything. I found it very, very strange. You're in work. Oh no. I hope it's not too stressful. When you're in work mode, everything is kind of stress, right? It just depends on what is less stress. Yeah, what's the song that I'm listening to today? I think I didn't hear that before. Interesting. Did I really not have every song on my playlist already playing at least once? It's not that many, or maybe I didn't really pay attention to it. That sounds weird. Why would they test it in 3 in the morning? I don't think it was a test. It probably was an alarm for something. The question is, what? I mean, usually that alarm only goes off if there's like a flooding. We had that a few times. Or if there was like a fire somewhere, or if there would have been like a toxic gas coming out of somewhere, or I think that's what this alarm is usually for. But I didn't find anything online, so shrug. I have no idea what it was. Nothing in the news. At least there wasn't anything yesterday. I can have a quick look if I find anything now. But I did check the water levels. There is like a site where you can check the water levels. And the water levels were not particularly high. So it definitely was not a flooding. I would have noticed that. Let's see if we find something. We have a similar alarm. Weird. When there's nothing about it. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything. Nope, 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 nope. So far I see nothing in the news. I mean, I see the usual, you know, like 3 or 5 like people going into car accidents, but nothing that would cause an alarm. Hey there, Mikey, how you doing? What do you plan to play today? I'm not quite sure yet. I have a few options. Maybe I'm doing some like leveling and like Vermintide, or maybe I'm playing just some Warframe, or maybe we're playing a little like indie game. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. Maybe we're just talking, but I'm probably gonna be out of topics soon. I'm not the most talkative person, as you know. Or if you give me a topic, I probably can talk all day, but I'm not a kind of person that can think of a topic easily. No, another accident. Another accident. Somebody stealing something. No, nothing in particular that would cause an alarm to go off on. Let's see, BO2 grind? What is BO2? What is BO2? Am I not getting the abbreviation? BO2. Black Ops 2. I'm not playing any Black Ops. No, I don't see anything. No. I'm closing news again. There's nothing here. It will remain forever a mystery. Man. I mean, isn't Black Ops like a shooter? Shooters are really not my favorites. Especially if they mainly focus on PvP. I stink in PvP, and I don't do it much. For A, that reason that I stink, and B, for the reason that I don't enjoy it much either. I played PvP for like a long time, like for a whole year, because I wanted to get like a skin in an MMO, and I did it. And what can I say? Afterwards, I swore never to do PvP again. It was so toxic and awful. I didn't want to anymore. Do you have a follow each command? Good question. I have. That's a good question. Should I? Would that be in Stream Elements? If I have it? Thank you very much for the hydrate. Yeah. Am I not sitting straight? Have a good stream. Thank you for dropping by, and thank you for the health check. It means a lot. I'm gonna have a look if I have a follow each command. I honestly don't know. Maybe I do. Honk honk. That would be under chat commands. Oh, apparently I do. You tried it out. Ooh, 10 months. A long time. I always find it funny, like, when you're thinking about, yeah, that was yesterday, and then it's like months away. You know that feeling? Like when time passes way faster? Let's go! Yeah, and then we make a year celebration. Did I set that command up? Or is that like a default? Because I forgot. It's been so long since I set up the commands. I think it's a default, maybe. I think it may be default. Why the heck do I still have a HelloFresh command? It's deactivated, though. Yoink! And it's gone. Ooh. Deleted that for good. But I think I should have this. And that should show all commands. So wait a second. There we go. That's all commands that exist currently. But follow H is not on it. Maybe it is a default one. Maybe it's default. From like Twitch, I'm not sure. You'll leave me in the background. As I said, I hope your work is not too taxing. Thank you for dropping by. I think it must be a default command. I don't see it anywhere. Maybe it is even a Twitch command and not even have anything to do with the stream elements. I'm not tech savvy. I mean, technically I would be a tiny bit tech savvy, but... Ah, wait, here is a default command. Okay, it has to do with stream elements. There is like a default commands you want to have turned on section. And I activated it there. Okay. Good. Good enough. That answers my question, because that was bugging me a little bit. I'm like, okay. I was unsure. Yeah, the mystery of the sirens will forever stay. I will never find out what that was about. I asked people about it even, if they heard the same alarm, but apparently, only I and one other person in the house did hear the alarm. Everybody I asked about, like from further away, didn't hear any alarms, so I'm not sure. Maybe it was a error that was only like locally happening. I'm not sure, or everybody was having like such a deep sleep that they didn't hear it. Cause I mean, it wasn't like gonna wake you up instantly loud. It was relatively mild in like volume, but I didn't have a very deep sleep anyways that day. So when I was like dozing half asleep and then the siren was going, I'm like, what the heck is that? So yeah, maybe that's why I heard it. I didn't even sleep through anyways. But I'm easily disturbed when I sleep. I'm like the kind of person, if you just poke me when I sleep, I'm gonna be very annoyed because I'm gonna wake up from that. And when I want to sleep and you don't let me sleep, I can get very, very angry. I'm very much a very, very annoyed person when people wake me up when I want to sleep. Twitch app issues. At least I'm not the only one having problems with the app the whole time. I can't even find options there. That's why mostly I use the website. The 1 or 2 times I used my phone to actually watch Twitch, it didn't really work. So I gave up on it. Are you hungry? If you ask like that, I'm always hungry. But technically, I just ate lunch, so technically I'm not hungry. At the maximum, I'm snack hungry. If you show snacks, I'm getting snack hungry, I guess. Keeps disconnecting chat? I had like this weird issue once where I wanted to click on a stream and it wouldn't load, so I thought, okay, this is maybe a lag, not a big problem. So I was like, okay, maybe I reload, and I accidentally like clicked on the stream, so it pauses, and then I unpaused, and then it went for like maybe 2 seconds. And then I paused again, and the same happened over and over. And it was only running when I paused. And the funny thing is, as long as I tapped the screen for like pause and pause, the stream was running. But if I didn't do that, it was not running. That's the weirdest issue I ever had. I have no idea what caused that. That sounded really weird. But best not to think about that. If everything is going nicely, then it goes nicely. If not, we restart, or I'm just watching it on a different platform, I'm guessing. Snacks, I love some of those. Yeah, I'd love some too, but I don't have any. Only thing I have is something to drink. Had that happen too? Seem to work now. Okay, good. At least that. I mean, is it just me, or are tech issues like that getting to appear more often recently? Like, I got the feeling a few years ago everything was running more smoothly, so to speak. But I kind of get the same feeling about like everything like hardware related too. And not just in like the computer sense, but like if you get a toaster, I got the feeling back then you had a toaster and it would just work for a few years, and now the toaster just breaks after half a year just because. Everything is so flimsy nowadays. Altec seems to be having issues. I wonder if they do that on purpose. So you buy new stuff. But I don't get why they would do that with software-related things then, because if your product is having bugs, I'm less likely to buy more. I mean, if my toaster's broken, I probably get a new toaster, but if Twitch is lagging, I probably get out of Twitch and go find something else to do. We live in a society. We live in a society where people are profiting off of people having problems. I know. I'm well aware. A light bulb could probably hold almost forever if it wanted to. Or more like if the people creating it wanted to. But no. No backwards compatibility for items. And also the quality is less and less. It's sad. But, I mean, I'm not the one in charge, so I can only do my best to deal with the consequences. As soon as something breaks, we expected to throw it away and get a new one. Yeah. I mean, that's how it technically it's supposed to go. But I mean, I can't always afford. I'm not sure about anybody else, but for me, that is a big problem. For example, my mouse is kind of like broken. It having the problem with the mouse wheel not properly working. And I do have problems with my headset turning off every now and then. But I can't replace either of these because I just can't afford to do it. And that's a real problem. Exactly. Prices are sky high and payouts are... Yes, I mean... Here's your payout. It's the same money you received 10 years ago. And price? 5 times. I had this discussion lately even. Like, the payout is staying the same, but the prices, especially also for food, is rising. Like, how is that supposed to work? Of course people are having problems. I mean, everybody can see that coming. That's not hard. Probably could tell, like, a first grader to make calculation on what the problem is. But yeah. Nothing I can change about that. Even though I heard about a few places that do kind of adjust the payouts a little bit according to like how money is developing. But I don't think every company is doing that. It's like they don't have to. It's something you can do if you're a very nice person, and most company heads are interested in money only. It's true. Could have seen that when we had like the problems with the pandemic, and technically everybody was supposed to work from home, and then every higher up was getting excuses over excuses on why this office worker number 5 needs to be in the office and can't do the simple phone calls and I don't know, Excel and like weird stuff from home. Just because they like to keep them somehow in their box. I'm not sure. Technically, it is only like a downside. You have to pay for a big office where you like keep the people, so if I were the business owner, I would have my people do home office. Less cost to upkeep, right? But yeah. I am not the person in charge. I am bottom feeder. Ow! That came out of nowhere. Think fast. Yeah. Pain first, thinking later. Good things the pillows are soft. So, it's not that bad. But do you know those people that, like, throw stuff at you? Like, hard things and say things fast? That hurts. I'm very bad at catching things. I'm very, very bad at... Also very bad at throwing things, by the way. We're not talking about my sport grades when throwing was, like, on the menu for being graded. I think I did the worst throws in the whole class. I'm not sure. I just... Throwing not working with my arm. Suck at catching, throwing is alright. I'm not sure. I'm just more like most people. I get it in my head. I get it. You're supposed to like pull the arm back like in an angle and then like release an angle so the ball is like going in an arc, right? So it's going further. But like my arm just can't do it. It's like whoosh and I throw it into the floor. It's just physically not working. I know how it is in concept supposed to work, but I mean it execution is not execution is not working. Every human is built different. Everybody has their own things they're good and bad at. Yeah, in physical things I am not very good. But I guess I'm good at organizing things. That hasn't gotten me anywhere though. Most people nowadays don't even want things organized. They love their chaos. It's very bad for actual, like... What are your talents? What are you good at? Organization. Or like sorting, or like calculating, like... We have calculators and computers for that. We don't need anybody doing that. It's a talent that many people do not really appreciate. Control chaos. Just chaos. Just chaos. Chaos only. A lot of missed appointments too. Because even if in all there we have tech for that, they forget to like put in their appointments into their apps and then they don't get reminded and then chaos ensues anyway. So yeah. Rest in peace his previous math skills. I mean, math technically I'm not like very fond of for the sake of math. Like, do you know these typical like school math problems? Like, you have imaginary numbers or like stuff that doesn't really help you in the real world. I don't like these at all. Like, if I have a problem that I need to solve, like a real world problem that can be solved with math, it doesn't even need to be like real world. I'm not like the how much does this barrel have like in liter problems. It can also be like a practical to my life problem where like how can I calculate the damage of this character or this weapon or something. Doesn't need to be like 100% physical real life. But as long as it's a problem that's like true to me, that I really want to get the solution of, not like these I make a problem out of it for you problems, then I happily apply math. Amy has 38 apples and Johnny is still sporting from her. How many does she have now? Yeah, I mean, I kind of get the problem like this. It's good for like lower grade students understanding problems, reading them. What I found a little unfair about this though is we had a few people in class that did not do well with reading. And even if you gave them the math question, like only numbers. They did it perfectly correct and fast. But if you gave it to them in like text form like this, they would fail because they would take so long reading and like understanding the sentence that they wouldn't be able to complete all the questions on the paper in time. That's a little of an oversight in my in my opinion. I mean, if the class is math, you're supposed to be quizzed on math and not in reading understanding, I guess. I have the same issue half time. Yeah, I mean, this example is still pretty easy to read, but sometimes they had like one whole block of things, like where they like read a whole page and understand the problem. It's I was no big fan of these either. I didn't have much issue with it though, because reading was never a problem for me. But I also find it a little unfair, because what's that have to do with math then, technically? Explaining how you came up with the correct answer. I mean, for us back then, I don't think we had to explain how we came up with the answer, but have like all the extra steps in it. Like have, if you have like, it's not explaining, like you don't need text form to explain like, then I divided this because this is this or something. You just needed the all the extra steps. Every single step counted extra. And I get why they do it. They do it so you can just take a peek to your neighbor and see the number, and the number is 4, and then you put the 4 there, and then like, I'm so smart, I figured it out. And the teacher can't really say if you took a peek or if you actually solved it yourself. I mean, I do get where that is coming from. I mean, I've been in enough classes where I've known the people that actually like cheated by writing off from their neighbors. And the sad thing is, a lot of them did not get caught. They just perfectly finely did that, depending on how dumb the teachers were. But what do the numbers mean, Mason? Exactly. Like, of course you could question like the student afterwards, but in that time they could have already like prepared a perfect answer for that. So, I mean, in a sense of cheating, there has been like classes that did have like exams and then went off to the other classes weren't even about the test and the questions inside the text. Because a lot of teachers were reusing them through their multiple classes. I mean, I get it. But I always found it a little like, what's the system for with all the testing if in the very end everybody's just like trying to either cheat their way through or like, do you know this thing where you learn something and you only learned it for like this week, and then afterwards your brain's like, okay, I'm never gonna use that knowledge again, and then you throw it away because you don't need it anymore? That's not the end goal with this, technically. Some of my teachers did back in the 6th grade, and a lot of my classmates cheated, yeah. I mean, I think it's a problem, technically also with the system, because a lot of the testing is really dumb. For example, history class. I think there's way too much reliance on like asking students just random numbers, like in which year did this happen, on which day did that happen. Like, who cares what day it is? Shouldn't we have history class so people learn from actions and like understand why was this happening? What was the cause? How was it solved? Does this have influence on today? Like stuff like that. That should matter. Same with things like For example, like, what is another good example? Geography. Like, what's the point of randomly remembering rivers, randomly remembering some capital cities across the world that you're probably never gonna care about afterwards anyways? If instead they could have teach some, like, I don't know, cultural differences, getting to know stuff, you know? And I think a lot of this comes down to them just, they're not teaching because they want to teach people. At the very end, they just teach because they want to make quizzes. And then great with this quiz. It's like the goal has long left. It's not what's important anymore. It's just a means. And then the means became the goal. It's weird. I know that I do that a lot. I'll never... You see his cousins in town working as almost anything. I mean, as I said, it's... I just wish that schools were different in that sense. That they would actually, like, teach stuff that's important to life. And more like... So what some people would need is actual, like, behavioral therapy as well. But yeah, like, ever grown into adulthood and then you don't know how to do your taxes? Why did school not teach you that? Instead, you have stupid knowledge about the inside function of an organ that you'll never need because you're not gonna be a doctor. I mean, teach specifics when people go into specific careers. I think that would be way more intelligent. It do teaches a lot of different things over here that depend on religious or geographical location. With taxes, what does he want from me? Speaking of which, I still need to do taxes, but I think I still got time. I got time. I think I'm unsure. Thank God that nowadays taxes can be done online and don't need to actually like be put in via paper, so you can kind of like do them on the last day, like really quickly if you need to. Even though I'm probably mostly on time. I can't complain. I think the only time I was off was not my fault, because I was missing a document that was not sent to me. But yes, mostly I do my taxes on time. And if I say on time, I mean like 1 or 2 months early. If I say late, I mean like in the last week. I like to keep my things like organized and done. I hate being late to stuff. But yeah, I really wish things like that would exist in the school system. I also fear that like with every generation, people appear to be getting more unsociable and also like dumber. Or maybe that's just me. If I look at the people younger than me, I'm like, what's wrong with them? I'd rather be earlier than late in most circumstances. In most circumstances. Yeah. Of course, doesn't apply to everything, but yeah. I like to be on time, mostly because there might always be a thing that like ruins your planning. I know a lot of people that are like, okay, I need exactly 5 minutes to get ready. I need 10 minutes to get there by car. So I'll take 50 minutes earlier. But then let yourself get a call right before going. Let there be traffic jam. And then you don't get a parking slot. And poof, you're at 30 minutes. And then you're too late. And then everybody's annoyed by you. So I'd rather be there on time. Go, do you remember that about young people now? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just like the area where I'm in, or maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm gonna soon be one of these, like, you know, the old people that like stand on their perch like, these younglings nowadays. Yeah, but a lot of people, at least here, do get like very, very, very naughty. Like destroying property and stuff. Or violence is not uncommon here in the younger people, like 1 or 2 generations down. I'm not sure, what is a generation? People that are like at least 10 years younger than me. Okay. Like in the sense of them like exploding post boxes or something like that, or attacking people with knives. That would not have happened when I was their age. Things changed, at least for this area here. Maybe this area was just like shielded and nice, and now it's getting like the usual drip. I'm not sure. I'll leave at least 10 minutes early. For me, it kind of depends on how important the appointment is. If the appointment is very, very, very important, it might be 30 minutes early. Same over here. They're not as bad over here. I mean, I'm speaking from experience. Literally, it was in fact our like post box that got exploded, and I know a lot of other people in the neighborhood that had the same problem. I don't think it's funny, like, destroying property like that. I'm not sure what people are thinking, actually. It's also the I don't know. I don't get it. It's difficult. I wish that would quiet down a bit. A lot of drug trafficking over here to compensate for a slightly calmer youth, though. To be honest, I'm unsure what I prefer, but I guess as long as the drug trafficking is also not getting like violent, like at least that's not bothering me. Like, let the 2 people in the corner do whatever they want. At least my property is not like destroyed or my life is not threatened, so I actually prefer that. They're lighting shit on fire a lot. Okay, so maybe they're starting there too. Yeah, a lot of fire is like the case here too, but most of the time they're not liking just fire, they're like exploding stuff with, like, you know, like the little like explosive stuff that you get for like things like New Year's. Just so they get the stuff that is illegal and like way higher in like explosive power. And then they're like, yay, let's explode stuff. And then I put it into like everything they can find and destroy it. And they're like, huh, funny. I'm like, how can you find this funny? Maybe I just don't have that kind of humor. Yes, fireworks. But the illegal ones. Because I know for a fact that the years that this happened, fireworks weren't even sold in shops. So... And the year before also, they weren't sold. So... The people must have bought theirs illegally, like... in another country. Like, bordering country. That's, Loud is funny, though. Tell that to your ears when they're gone. Sometimes loud is funny, yes, and then it's not funny anymore. When you're like listening to loud music, especially. I'm guilty of that. Funny until your ears bleed, then it's not funny no more. They're mostly illegal here too. I believe Denmark is legal though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, these 2 years they were illegal to sell. Now they are illegal to sell, but like only the ones that have like been through testing and approved. And usually those are the ones that are quote unquote safe to use. They're not as fun because they can't cause that much damage. I mean, that's why they are safe to use them. Because so if it's allowed, it's not fun. Therefore, they get the more dangerous stuff from somewhere else. It's weird. I'm always astonished in how much people actually really put effort in to kind of threaten their lives. You see that with a lot of people, for example, that are like going into off areas on like skiing trips or something, or they're like jumping from very high buildings because they're idiots. Like, why would you purposely threaten your life? I mean, who's so dumb? Seen some people make homemade ones. Homemade? That sounds even worse. Believe they get a rush from it. You mean like pyromaniacs in that sense? What's 9 plus 10? 19. If my math is correct, that checks out. Hey there, Nadia Luna. No? What do you mean no? It's 21? How's that 21? Wait, am I dumb? 10 and 9. 19. Why are you sad? Did I do it wrong? Google what's 9 plus 10. Okay, I'll Google. But I swear to God, if it's something I'll regret. Okay, okay. I'll Google. It still says 19. Oh, it says it's also a meme that's below there. Should I click on the meme? Google was answering right. And it says here it has something to do with Vine video. So a person answered wrong, and that's funny. I'm not quite getting. Are we making fun of people that answer math questions wrong now? You stupid? I mean, I'm stupid, but I accidentally get stuff right too, you know? A classic Vine. I'm gonna be honest, I never watched Vines. I'm also not really watching TikToks. I barely watching YouTube shorts. And only of the creators that I usually also watch like the full videos of. So I can't really say I'm like fully into the culture. TikToks are fine to skip though. As I said, I don't think I get money of those. I actually like created a TikTok account at some point. And I was like, okay, let's check what TikTok has. And I went to the page and it was like just a lot of people like dancing and making like... I'm not sure. I didn't find them funny. But sometimes they're short video shorts that I do find funny if they are sent to me, so... I'm sure maybe I don't like the presentation, or like... It's just the big problem that you would get from when you like... If you go in incognito on like YouTube and then you click on just what the homepage presents you, it just doesn't know what you like, so it presents you with a lot of dumb stuff. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I needed to... I don't know, subscribe to people that actually created content that I like. It's not the format. It's more like not every content is for me. Mine is the golden age of internet fun culture. I'm not much of a person for like memes. I mean, I do sometimes get sent memes and I watch them, but I'm not one of the people that like goes to what are all these like meme compilation platforms that exist, and I like scroll the memes all day long, just funny. I'm way too busy for that, honestly. Sounds so pathetic, but that's the truth. I feel unproductive if I do that. I just can't have that. I mean, technically, I'm also not productive right now, but I mean, at least I'm talking to people. That's at least social. I'm not sure. I'm looking for excuses. Let me have my excuses. But yeah. You missed out on some things I can actually like. Yeah, I know. I missed out on a lot of things. I actually never really been to a party or a dumb club or anything. I'm a boring person that rather plays video games all day than do any of these things. Also, I'm allergic to caffeine, so no coffee. And I do hate the taste of alcohol, so I'm not liking alcohol either. And well, cigarettes are also not my thing. Most people say I'm so boring, but it's not my fault I don't like it. If I would like it, I would totally do it. I mean, I can say at least I have one weakness, and that is actual chips. If you can't tell me that they're unhealthy, I don't care. I like them. It's just not my fault that I don't like the rest. To be fair, it's the same with you. I mean, I get a lot of people that are like, what are you doing all day then? Crisps, so unhealthy, but so yummy. I know. You're not boring. Just like staying alive, I guess. Let the rest us drink ourselves to death, pretty much. I mean, as I said, it is practical. Because all of these things are like not good, technically. I mean, technically, like partying somewhere is not. It doesn't really matter. Thank you for the hydrate. But the smoking and like the coffee and the alcohol would technically not be good. At least alcohol and highlight potions. I think I read that like in small portions, alcohol is actually like good for you. But my hopes is that the amount of alcohol that I do get through like things like when it's in a sauce or something is enough to cover that health benefit. Somehow. I'm not sure if that's how it works. Probably not. Because I think in sauces it's only taste, it's not really the alcohol itself. And I think for this effect you technically have to have the alcohol itself, right? Not liking alcohol and being from Germany as well. I get that a lot, yes. Yes, I know. I'm ashamed to my culture. I mean, it's not like I absolutely despise all alcohol in general. But if I have to choose, I'd rather not drink it. The thing that I can mildly tolerate would be like a teeny tiny bit of beer like mixed with lemonade. Like that's tolerable. I would drink that, even though I would prefer it without alcohol, really. But technically I would prefer just the lemonade without anything else in it, if I could pick. But like anything else, I don't really like it. I don't like the taste, actually. That's just But I also don't like very juicy sweet juices either. I'm more of a mild drinking person. I like mild teas without sugar, or very zero light lemonades, Or, you guessed it, water. I like water with a little lemon. It's nice. Hey, beer, it tastes like piss and doesn't even get you drunk. That's a good thing. I don't need to be drunk. I am happy without being drunk, I guess. So, that beer tastes like piss. Yeah, it kind of... It doesn't have a good taste, though. I'm not sure what beer you're talking about, though. Because, I can only, like, talk about this from what I heard. Because I'm not really, like, very experienced in this. But many people say they do not like beer from, like, America, for example. I can say people prefer German beer, though. A mouth drinking person also prefer using the mouth. Other body parts are very inconvenient. Hey, careful! What other body parts can you actually drink from? Now I need answers. You don't drink through the nose. Actually, the thought of it is actually kind of gross. Doesn't matter what drink it is. Ugh. How you doing, careful? Are you thinking of all the holes you can actually, like, put liquids in now? Or what's the deal? Love whenever carbonated drinks end up. You have to drink them slowly in tiny sips. No, just tiny sips. Then that doesn't happen. Also, drink them from a glass will also help. But if you have like a tiny bottleneck like this, and then yeah, then that can happen. It's kind of bees, meh. People force themselves to like it. But there was a time when I really liked it long ago. If you want to drink, then get Lager or Helles. Something that isn't so disgustingly bitter. As I said, I can't really say. Kind of all... For beer, it all tastes the same for me. If I would have to drink any alcohol, let's say I get $1 million if I do drink alcohol, I actually would pick Radler. Because that's like... It mostly tastes like lemonade anyway, so that would still be okay. But if I could just not, I would prefer not to. What was it about the holes you can pour liquid in? Because Keppel said he prefers the mouth over other like body parts you can use to drink. So I was curious what that is. That's totally fine. See, we agree on something. If I had to like choose an alcohol for like if I get money from it, like challenge or something, then that would be the one that I can tolerate. Don't get me wrong. I do like a little wine in my sauces, but like only a tiny bit. It can't overpower the sauce. It just a tiny taste bit. Wine itself, though, I tried drinking wine once because I was like, okay, I put it in sauces and I eat that, so technically I must be able to drink it. And I drank it and I'm like, my mouth tastes dry somehow, and I'm more thirsty than before, and somehow I'm not satisfied. It doesn't really do anything for me. I mean, you know, I was expecting like the thing I have when I eat like a really yummy snack. If you give me like, I don't know, a bag of chips, and you eat like the first chip, and then afterwards you're like, I want more. That's what I expected, but it didn't happen. Thank you very much for the follow, Nadia Luna. It means a lot. Thank you. I use my eyes to stare at water a lot. Does that work for you? Stare. Somehow the liquid doesn't want to absorb into my eyes. Doesn't work for me. Alcohol is only fun when it tastes good and makes me rant about my ex. I mean. Oh, there's other benefits. Maybe I didn't get that. But yeah, if it's fun, yes. Yeah. It doesn't taste though for me. I haven't found it. And something like more intense I tried too, and that was even worse. And also I can rant without drinking any alcohol. I don't need that. I can just go on. I don't need excuses. I don't need to drink. I just rant anyways. Takes years of training. Teach me, master. I need to absorb it. Well, actually, I don't have time staring at water all day. Do we have like a different method? Can I just like I don't know, can I just put it in front of me and it magically waves over into my body? Actually, the feeling of drinking water is quite nice, so I would still drink it. Wow. Hey, Key Slaps, I see you. Drinking vodka, though it tastes like drinking hand sanitizer and dries your throat up. Yeah, I mean, why would you be drinking that if it only hurts you? What a stare in chat is a wizard. Keppel is magical. He's the pro. I'm a bush. You're in a bush, or you are technically just a bush? I'm confused. But yeah, I think it's the same thing about... Do you know the people that like... way overhot their food? Like, it's so spicy you can't taste anything. I guess it's the same kind of people sometimes. Like, the only thing they want to feel is pain. They don't really care if it tastes like anything afterwards. They're only in for the pain. Ranting about Axe is relatable. I mean, it always is, right? Just get it all out. Or rant about your current partner. That's also working. What's your opinion about voting burp? I vote for burp every day. The speech simply it warmed my heart. I could totally relate. All the chirps, exactly what I expected. I mean, and technically, could it be worse than every like single leader on Earth we have currently? I say let the burp rule. I vote for the burp. Technically, the better option. You make me cry with that speech, just like I was crying when I heard the burp. But yeah, I did enjoy that video. Very, very nice. Wonder how people come up with something like that all the time. And where do they get the footage? But sometimes I find it fascinating. Like, have you ever watched videos of like funny parrots? It's like the best thing that could ever happen. Kind of makes me miss my own little baby. May he rest in peace. I really need to get a new pet bird at some point, but I'm not ready yet. Not yet. Oh no. Oh no. What did I do? I remember. Yeah. I saw a post on Twitter the other day where somebody was like asking for like pictures of your pet burps, and I would post one if I still had a picture around. I didn't take any like flattering pictures. So yeah, but I also didn't want to bring anybody in that thread down because everybody was like showing their little burbies and they cuteness. I didn't want to go into that thread like, yeah, this would be my baby. Yeah, he's dead. It's sad. Baby's gone. Yes, indeed. Birds are wonderful creatures. Super epic sweet? What, me don't want to disturb all the people, or the thread about the burps? Because that for sure is sweet. I watched through every single reply. I watched every single burp. They were all cute. Can only recommend. Look up burp. Burp makes you happy. If you have a sad day, look a video about burps. Makes you happy. No, this is rude towards the bird coalition, but my experience with birds is so terrible. They need so much maintenance that they just decide to die for no reason. I mean, how dare they? I agree with the last part. How dare they just die for no reason? I mean, technically it's the same with some humans. How dare they die for no reason? Yeah, exactly, as I said. Technically, how dare they die on me? Everybody stay alive forever. That's a command. Stay alive. Command. I dare you. We have birds before, but can't lay eggs and run away. They didn't lay... Wait, they didn't lay eggs and run away, or they lay eggs and run away? How dare all the zero people I know just die? I mean, family also exists, right? They ran away. But why? Why would they leave you like that? Lovebirds. I mean, funny story actually. At one day, I'm like opening the front door. I'm like, time to get the mail. So I go outside and I hear a fuck. And I look down and I'm like, there's somehow a bird thingy, whatever it is, under the car. I'm like, okay, what the heck? And I go down and I look under the car. Turns out there was a freaking chicken under the car. And I'm not living in an area where there's like any grass for at least 30 minutes of walking. So I'm like, okay, where the heck does the chicken come from in the middle of town? And I'm looking around left and right, seeing if maybe there is a transport. Maybe there is something. Maybe something must have lost this chicken, right? Gas, I'm gonna step on the gas. What do you mean? No, because of the... No, we did nothing. No, we did not kill chick. But yeah, I'm like, what the heck's up with the chicken? And the chicken's looking at me like... Help? So, yes, I gave the chicken some water. And back then, I also gave it some of the seeds from my pet bird. He was happy to share. No, he was not happy to share. Actually, he was hella pissed that I gave out his favorites. But yeah, I gave the chicken a few things. And there were a lot of cars passing by, and I didn't want the chicken to get hurt. So I actually let it into the house and gave it some food and water there. And well, then I was calling like a pet doctor near us that had like, in emergency, your pet is lost, what to do? And I like, could you please ask around if somebody is missing a chicken, maybe? The first stage of a chicken being a chicken, that they die? What do you want? Can that chicken just stroll around town? I mean, it wasn't just strolling. It was literally hiding behind the car. Or below the car. Like, all lost. And it was making very sad noises. So I'm thinking it was very upset. The last stage is to eat their own kind. Don't remind me of that. Sometimes they put stuff in the food. Like, don't get me started on that. That actually happens sometimes. Karma, I almost just died. What happened? Did you almost drown on your own glass of water. Nice of you. Yeah. I guess a dumb and nice. I'm always a dumb one. Yeah. So I called them and they were saying like, yeah, we'll take a look out. And I'm like, okay, can I bring you the chicken? Because they like they have like tiny like boxes where they can like keep the animals until owners are found and everything. And they're like, no. We're not equipped for chickens. They're only equipped for like dogs and cats. I'm like, okay, that's very animalist of you. And they're like, okay. They wait until the next morning and then they'll give up search. I'm like, okay, what the heck am I supposed to do with the dang chicken? So actually I was building like a mini fenced in area in our corridor and put the chicken in there. Like put everything out like with paper so it doesn't ruin the whole floor. And I gave it all the stuff like food and water and like I put it in there. Good thing that's like far away from the yeah, from the sleeping rooms, from the bedrooms, because that chicken was making noises, definitely. My throat fucked up as hell. I died coughing. Well, at least you're still with us. At least, otherwise you couldn't type, right? But yeah, that sounds scary. Free chicken. No free chicken. Well, okay, so, and then the next day, chicken was still there. Chicken was doing fine. Everything good, and, well, and then they called and said, like, nobody actually seems to be missing a chicken. Nobody said anything. They asked around, like, the farmers, the local farmers. Nobody seems to be missing the chicken. So, wherever this chicken was coming from, it was definitely, like, illegal or something, and they didn't care anymore about it. So yeah, I couldn't keep that chicken. Like, I did not have any garden space, and I can't keep the chicken in my freaking corridor and near the front door. How am I supposed to keep a chicken? So I actually reached out. We have like a local like bird how do you put that, a club that is having like a ton of different birds. They have like chickens, they have parrots, they have everything there, and they have like a small little slot of land where they like keep all their birds. And I asked them if they maybe wanted to have the chicken take care of it free of charge, because I can take care of the chicken. I'm still around, unfortunately. Yeah, I was just about to say, why the heck unfortunately? Unfortunately, I'm still here. You have to keep up with me. That's like something I would say. In my home, many chickens walking around the house and the neighborhoods cook them. Poor chickens. Well, long story short then, I said goodbye to my little chicken that I only have known for like a few days by then. And I gave it off to that like bird club. Actually, they wanted me to join the club, but I didn't really have time for that. I'm like way too busy to like join a club, and also club fees and stuff. Couldn't afford. So yeah, I gave it to them, and a little while later, I'm not sure how long it was. Maybe it was a month, maybe 2. They came to inform me my chicken had died, so it was already a pretty old chicken. And I knew it wouldn't have long, but 2 months was like nothing. Yeah. That's the story of me and my chicken that I had for a few days. It was white. White with like tiny black spots. It was super fat. That chicken was like chonkers chicken. I think I still have like 1 or 2 pictures. Maybe I'm gonna find a few pictures, and maybe if I find a picture that was like clear for posting, I can put it on the Discord. But I'm not sure I have pictures anymore. I'll have to take a look. It's gonna make me sad though. Poor chicken that's not alive anymore. Anti-burp club? No, it was a burp club. Chicken will be missed. Yes. And sometimes I'm asking myself, what would have happened if I had a garden? Would I have kept the chicken? Maybe. But without one, that was not a possibility. Also, I think here is technically illegal to own chickens that are not, like, licensed. So I would have had to pay taxes for the chicken, like, technically. Or what do you put in? Like, fees? For, like, pet ownership? Unsure. Also, I would have had to make sure it has proper living conditions, which I couldn't. Because chicken inside home, not on the outside, it does not qualify. So yeah. Why am I telling all the stories of my poor little burps that died? First that, now the chicken. It wasn't that bad with the chicken though. The chicken I only knew for, as I said, a few days, maybe half a week it was. But my pet bird I knew for 23 years or something. It's been a family pet like forever, so. Did you pet a duck? I never petted a duck. I've seen ducks, like, but a little bit from afar, like maybe like 5 meters away from me, swimming in water. I did feed and pet a duck once, but it wasn't VR and it was a virtual duck, so that doesn't quite count, right? I would like to pet a duck though. I would technically really want to. I think duck would make a great pet. I mean, technically, if I move in somewhere that has a garden, I could technically have some chickens or like ducks or something, but I'm not sure I would be ready for the thought of losing another pet. I mean, that's the same thing with, like, I know a few people that had like rats as like pets, and they make great pets, but they die so fast, and that's like grief set up for you. It's so sad. Honk. So, it's really sad with the short lifespans. I think a lot of people that are having chickens are also like ready to sell them for meat when they get older. I don't think it's like a really bad situation with a lot of the chicken owners. Would definitely have a duck go. Duck's so cute. It doesn't matter if it's like the little baby duckies that are like especially cute, but also grown-up ducks are cute. I mean, why else would I sometimes watch little ducks go, like on Twitch even. It's calming me down watching them swim around and make ducky noises. Whack. I think the same about chickens. Just like listening to burps in general is like very calm and relaxing in my opinion. It's very nice. Only have pet dogs, and many have died. My family had 3 dogs. And they're always super tiny for one. One was maybe 20, maybe 25 centimeter, like super tiny baby dog, and that one had like a growth problem, so it was like teeny tiny. It didn't properly grow. Was probably not supposed to, but probably was set up to die. Cause it wouldn't be able to survive, but my mother like, I want that tiny totally unqualified for life 1 and then raised that one with sugar syrup from the bottle. So it survived, but somehow it was always a little dumb in the brain. Depends on the breed. Some small dogs can live long. I'm not sure, but the only thing I do know is those. I'm not really a big fan of like these tiny dogs that like are way overbred. Most of the time they're like very ill-behaved. At least these 2 or 3 were. No, let me finish. These 2 were, because they were getting like this super tiny dog, and then they gotten also tiny dog from the same breed that was like normal length. So it was like maybe, I don't know, at the maximum 10 centimeter more. And they were both very, very bad behaved and super dumb and aggressive and annoying. And I didn't like them at all. A funny thing, we did get a dog that we adopted that was like raised by somebody else at some point. And I like that dog way better. It was like very, how to put it? It was behaving. It didn't like just piss and shit everywhere. And didn't like just bite on your like shoes and ankles, and like it was actually a nice companion for once. But yeah, the smaller ones died to health issues, and the bigger one, it wasn't a big dog, like it was still a tiny dog, but at least it wasn't a runt from the same species. That one died in an accident, so I didn't really get warm with the dogs. But I had a few friends that had like dogs at home, and they were like way bigger dogs, and they were way more like just lovely and cozy and like way easy to get along with us. So I like big dogs, can easily be trained. Train him how to sit in just 3 days. See, none of these dogs of the first 2 could sit or do anything else than misbehave. Like throw up on the floor, shit on, and piss on the floor. That's the only thing they could do. It's really sad. To be honest, I kind of blame that on my parents never going for walks with them though, and never teaching them anything. But I mean, nobody taking advice from a kid, so that's the way it went. And the other thing we had a lot were cats, because my mother is kind of like obsessed with cats, in a very unhealthy way. Crazy cat lady. And I'm not sure about you. I mean, cats are kind of like, they're looking cute and they're very elegant, but I never really get warm with like cats as pets. Maybe it's because of the cats we had, but they are very distant, and yeah, they are just using their human. That's the image I got from all the cats that we had. But I mean, maybe this was just these cats. I see people posting pictures and like videos of their cats online that are like super cuddly and stuff, so maybe we just gotten the wrong cats. Or maybe it's because they were in the same household as the misbehaved dogs, so they learned stuff from them. I'm not sure. Pro dog moment. Cats, I always had some around me, but sadly I started to turn allergic to them. Oh, that's not good. I mean, there are a few breeds that are like good if you're allergic to them, right? That are like way better for this, but I can totally get that. A pet shouldn't cause you harm. That's not good. But yeah, that's why I always preferred my burps. I'm not sure. Birds seem way more funny as companions. And way more interactive. Are they special humans if you're allergic to them? Maybe. maybe trying a synthesized human. Maybe a robot will do. No, I'm not sure. It kind of depends on what you're allergic to, right? Because aren't people that are allergic to cats not allergic to like their spit? Or am I wrong? Android time. Oh, the fun. Allergic to saliva, yes. Okay, yeah. So, I'm not sure how some breeds like do something against that, but maybe they have like hair where it doesn't really stick that much. But still, if the cat comes up to you and licks you, you're still dead, right? I mean, not dead, but you're gonna have a bad time. The enzyme in there just transports through here. So maybe that's just that the cats have less or like no hair where it sticks, or they are just losing less hair. But you still shouldn't get licked by the cat, I'm guessing. If you can't have a cat, just get a cat girl instead. See, that's the ultimate solution. We just all get virtual virtual pets. Because you can't get allergic to them. And they, if you just have enough of them, just turn them off for the day. That's easy. I would. I'm not sure. Call me weird, but I don't find cat girls that cute. I like fox girls better. Hot take, I know. Cat girl sounds good. Yeah. I can have better than cat. Or maybe we also take like wolf. Wolf is also good. Also, I would also take fox boy or or wolf boy. Not only girl. Just saying. But then again, I think the thing that is most annoying about people would probably still be the same about any cat girl. Just because it has a tail and cat ears doesn't make it less annoying than any other human, right? So, But slightly cuter? Yes, slightly cuter. Vegan girlfriend material. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. I can't talk about that. I'm not qualified in that subject. I'm unsure what makes good girlfriend material. I can't talk with you about that. You have to tell me. I fail in that regard, I know. Da, da, da. See, that song I know. Hey there, Jackie Poo! Hi to the cutest elf on Twitch. Hi to you too. I would probably fight that claim, but I can't think of any other cuter elf right now. At least I don't want to like name call anybody and then yeah, I don't want to start anything. No idea. I can't talk to girls, but you're talking to one right now. Take that into usage. Just go to the next girl and do the same thing. Easy. Easy. Already done it today. Can check that off your list. It's not the same as talking. You have to explain that to me. How is talking not the same as talking? In front of them is different. Is that the same reason why I don't want to stream with a camera? Then I get it. Then just talk to them online and also just use voice. Or chat. Chat first. Chat with people first. And then after you're done chatting, you can still talk by voice if you feel more comfortable with the person. Why do you pronounce this talking? Talking. Because I have a heavy accent. What's your problem? Shall I speak German? Is that better then? Would you be more happy if I not speak my broken English? Talking. That sounds weird too. Talking. I'm not pronouncing the L very much. You can understand? In the sense of like chatting. Chatting makes things easier. I agree with that. I have a hard time speaking in front of people I don't know too. At least when I look them in the eye, I'm starting shaking actually. I'm like, ugh. It's a little weird looking at me if I'm shaking, like I'm freezing, like, are you okay? Are you cold? No, I'm just shy. I can talk to girls, but not flirting. I never flirt either. I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure you need to flirt, actually. To get a person interested, I'm guessing. Just talk about normal things. Scheiße, yeah. So 100% of the time, what I'm always? Hey, Quilleen, yes, I'm always shy. That's my secret. Oh, you mean you understand German a bit? I mean, that's nice. You shake when you shake. Yes! The funny thing is, actually, that was very annoying in school when we had to, like, sometimes you had to present, like, homework or you do, like, a presentation and I, like, stand in front of the class. And technically, I know all the people in class, but I'm standing in front of the class and I'm like, it's... Everybody was always wondering, but, like, my body was doing it automatically. It just, I couldn't control it. I'm automatically, like, shaking. Just shaking. And it's worse when people look me in the eye. Then I'm shaking even more. But also, I couldn't look away, because if I looked away, I would be weak, right? So I didn't look away either. Just talk to them like a normal person, similar topics, similar hobbies. That what puts people together. Yeah, exactly. Just no flirting needed. I'm not sure what this flirting is you're talking about. If you go in only for the booty, it is either you signing up for a headache or a heartbreak. Yeah, that's signing up for a bad time. For this, you can just, I don't know. Take money, go to down the street, and that be it, okay? That's me. I would shake my whole body. Would shake during presentations. Hate talking in front of people. Yeah, me too. Funny thing is, I had to do it like in work for quite some time, and I got used to it. But my body was still doing the shaking, even though I was totally relaxed. It was like automatically, it was like subconscious thing going on. How am I today? I have a little bit of a cold, but I think I'm doing fine enough. Just the voice is acting up a little. I can't like feel it coming up. Not booty, but someone who cares about you. I mean, if somebody cares about you, you can just talk to them freely. Don't hide who you are. That's only gonna cause headaches in the long run. Body will still unconsciously react. Yeah, it's... I wish you could just deactivate that feature. My case is about to care of others. If they care back, I take it as a win. That's like a very healthy thing to do, but sometimes you can't control who you care about. You're like, I care very much about this person and I want them to care back. And then you're nervous if it helps. If what you're saying is making them like you more. If they will ever like you, something like that. Asking for someone to take care of you is narcissistic. I mean, yes, in a bit. Someone who I can hug and fall asleep next to, basically. Yeah, but you can do that with every person that you have a, like, personal connection with. Like, when you have, like, similar interests, a similar plan in life, similar hobbies. Everybody qualifies for a hug and fall asleep next to. So, if you don't talk to people, you can't find anybody that has, like, the same preferences as you. And if they don't have the same preferences, screw them, go to the next person. Then they weren't worth that. Just care, not take care. Did I say it wrong? La, la. But yeah, technically, I know I see that like from a way to a relaxed standpoint. I know a lot of people get like very anxious about things like that. I know people that can't live like without a partner, even for 5 minutes, even if the partner makes them unhappy, quote unquote, they need to have a partner. And that's just, in my opinion, it's just dumb. Because if you have somebody that doesn't make you happy, I mean, what do you have in the very end? I think it's societal pressure that these people are like building on. Like, I'm expected to have a partner, so I need to have a partner. And that's not good. Gonna grab her shy Sidria, roll her in a blanket like a sushi, let her relax in comfy. Yes! I'll take that. Me being like a little sushi roll. Blankies are such nice things. Actually, I have my little blanket right here on my lap. So it's a little warmer, because it's gotten a little frosty over the last few days. Because of your long pointy ears, do you get like more earwax? No. Same amount, actually. I mean, earwax only comes in the inner ear, and the inner ear ends at the same point as yours. But I'm a person that technically has little earwax to begin with. In fact, I have problems with my ears being very dry most of the time, so... Maybe I'm the wrong elf to ask for this? So this earwax is pointy. No, just the outer side of my ear is pointy. The inside is the same. I had a partner for 2 months out of a few years' life, but I just want someone who I can share things with. Someone who's there when I'm feeling down or lonely. I mean, technically that's also why friends are for. But, if you need a partner, there's nothing but search. Search, 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 search. Just go one through the other. Checking up the most important things. Are your life plans matching up? Very important. If they want to travel the world and nothing else, and you want to stay at home and want 2 kids, that doesn't match. You need to have the same life plan. Also, see if you have like something in common. You don't have to share every single hobby, but you should have generally the same views on the most important like topics, and then share at least one hobby, I'd say. Gotta take care of it. Ear massages? How do you massage your ear? like just rub it? Enough about that. Google searching? What are you Google searching? Few years live? I think they meant just like they didn't have much time with the partner that they wanted. Or something? Should have making me comfy when I'm lonely. I am not a replacement for a girlfriend, though. I'm also not a plushie. At least I'm not yet. Wouldn't it be cool if I could give plushie versions of myself out? That would cost a lot, though. Reason why you try to find hobbies, same work, something to get into company of people with same interests. Oh, same work is triggering, though, sometimes. Same work can get pretty annoying at some point, though. Because like, I'm not sure, but private and work are like very separated for me. So if I would be at work, like, you see your partner like 24/7, and you have to like argue over things like in work environment. That would cause some trouble, I think. I mean, it doesn't have to, but I guess it would cause trouble for me. You don't have to share your age, it's fine. As a person, have nothing to offer each other. Baby generator. Most people are just like living out their horny, I think. Surya plushie, you can sell them. Yeah, but I think these are expensive to make, right? I know that there's like some companies that would make like plushies, but you have to like order them with like money. They don't make them for free, and they only accept like things where they actually think it would sell. So I would probably need a way bigger following that would pre-order in a bigger number, so they would actually produce some. But that would be nice. That would be a nice goal at some point. Close enough. I am 2.5. Are you single? No, I'm currently not single. If you're asking that. Start with really small plushies. I mean, technically that would make it less, but I'm guessing they would still want a number of at least 100 or something per mate. And that would be expensive with my current financial state. Sushi blankie. With the blanket like extra, so you can roll the plushie in if you feel like it. No. Why? Were you thinking about having a relationship? I'm not. You broke many hearts. What are you saying? Why did anybody expect me to be single right now? Are you with another elf? That's a secret. No. I'm actually with a human. Now, don't cry here, okay? Everything is good. No, many hearts are broken. I'm sure you can all get over that. No elfception. How would it be elfception? Oh, wait. Elf inside. Oh, okay. I get it. Interracial relationship. I guess. Is your boyfriend you call up with? When do I call up with somebody? When do I call up? I call up with a few people. But no, my boyfriend is not streaming. Not streaming. So I can't call up with them. Is there a rule you can't be with a human? I call them the elf police. Do you have even the number of the elf police? You got the number? You can't put these on me. Speaking of living house, the new place you were talking. Taking longer than I would hope to take, but it looked good. It looking good. If it were hurrying up and the how you put it, the bank rates wouldn't be rising every day I'm waiting for answers, then it would check out financially maybe. call up 1 year ago. As I said, I didn't call up with my boyfriend because he's not streaming. Must have been somebody else. Dum, 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 dum. Keeslop trying to figure out who it is. Maybe he was in chat before. Wanna play detective game or what? When did this topic turn into me? Somebody, quick, get another topic. No boyfriend. Let's talk about cat girls again. Any one of us could be. Now, who's the sussy person now? I crashed a Volvo brick? What do you mean a Volvo brick? You crash into a car? Wait, what? Yeah, follow age. I just found out today that I have this, actually. You're the second person to use that. Neko is cute. Yes, yes. Let's talk about kitties. Kitty's cute. I saw that Genshin announced a new character that's apparently a cat girl. But again, I'm not sure if it's a real one because apparently the ears are fake again. But the tail is real, so I'm confused. Oh, he crashed a Volvo in GTA. I'm like, what the heck? Is he listening to the stream while he's driving and now he crashed into somebody because he was so astonished by the fact I'm not single? It's fake cat girl. Yes, what's up with Genshin and fake cat girls? Can I not have, like, I mean, we do have one real cat girl, but she's not in the simping age category, so can we have one a little older? Cat girl's so cute. When is your boyfriend coming on stream? Probably never, because I'm always streaming when they're at work, so. She's in the pet category. Yeah, we're petting little Diona. I have her build, actually, so. She good girl. She healing. She healing, she shielding, she doing good things. She good. You know, not everybody likes her, apparently. Pat all the cat girls. I mean, I don't get what's the big problem why they don't actually, like make a older, like, cat girl, like... They have no problems doing that, like, with the male characters, so... Elf girls are better. I mean, technically now you have a chance for one. Before it was only Klee, and she's also definitely out of the simping range. So... But now you have one... And also you can hope that Alice will show up at one point, but I mean... If you have mommy issues, maybe? I'm not sure. Japanese and Chinese are kind of kinky with this one. What? That doesn't mean you can't have a girl that's having real cat ears, but it can look like she has some. So this boyfriend is streaming. Thank me later. Keeslop's being the detective here. Mastermind. So high IQ. They're trying to tease and still avoid it. I mean, it's so weird. Look at how many of these fake cat ears we're having now. It's not... It didn't only happen once. I think it's now like the... Wait. 1... 2... 3 maybe? Time? As normal ears, thank me later. Make a picture. You know, like these pictures you get at the police when they're like searching for people. And then you're looking at the real person at the end, and you're like, that doesn't quite look like the person. Are you married? Perhaps, maybe, maybe not. Why are you all so nosy? Very, very sauce. Why is that sauce? You are the sauce people. Pat all the girls when consenting, of course. Yes, yes. We're patting all of them. They're all very, very good. I want to pat the boys too, though. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm actually happy that I can actually have some animal ears there that are not like hidden. I mean, technically, why is it only the cats that are the problem? Because we have like Yae and we have like Sucrose, and that's all no problem with their ears, even though they make them look like hair, but it's technically still ears. So why is it no problem there? I want to know everything. I follow you for 1 year and Sidre is very sus in my eyes. Why am I sus if I'm not talking about very private things? I mean... Technically you did... Wait, actually I was asked that before and I gave the same answer. Nobody was making a fuss out of it back then. So... I'm not sure. I thought it was common knowledge by now. Maybe I was the only one that was thinking that. See, that's what it is if you're not in every stream. You miss half of it. Tell me, tell me. What will that information help you? Sidra is anti-sus. Way normal and cute. What you mean? Does that include anti-sus? I mean, sometimes it's the people that seem really normal that are the most sus in the end. Ever seen like serial killer stuff? Just saying. Not saying that I am. Just saying. A boring regular elf. Yeah, I would double say yes to that. I am actually boring. I know that. I'm working on it. It's just it's hard to change yourself, okay? If he wants to know everything, I want the 16 numbers on the front and the 3 little funny numbers on the back. Wait, I don't get that one. Can somebody explain that one to me? What numbers? You serial killer elf? No, I'm innocent. I just saying that that is no indicator to judge. Oh, credit card. Okay. I don't have a credit card, so I don't know how they are built. I only have PayPal and my normal bank account. I don't have credit card, actually. Because they cost a monthly, and I can't afford extra cost. So that will have to do. Debit card. I'm not sure. Is that the same, actually? I don't have any card of any kind. Yeah? Not the same? Don't use credit card? I don't have any cards. Credit card is just an account card. And a debit card? What's that then? It's the one which you can go to negative. Okay. So... do we have Pokemon cards? I had some when I was younger, but I gave them away in my teen years. I know it was dumb. But I had a phase where I was like, I don't want this stuff anymore. Because I was like very unhappy with Pokemon at that time. And I didn't really play the Pokemon cards anyway. I only collected them for like pretties. I didn't really like the gameplay of it, so I gave them away to other people that liked playing them. Like credit card, you can go to negative. Credit card is bank's money. Debit is your own money. I don't know how that works. I I just have like bank, and you like, and PayPal, and if I pay with PayPal, it will just get the money from the bank, and that's it. And I can pay everything I want to pay with PayPal, or I just pay it like, you know, just money, printed money that I have, if I need to. Have the cash ready. Like for groceries. Having a hard time paying for groceries with PayPal, that wouldn't work. Over here we call a credit card and it's the bank's money. In both you try to not go into negative. Yes, that's what you do with bank account too. You try not to go into negative. You stay on the positive side. I know it's hard and it costs you your sanity not buying some stuff that you really want, but that's how it is. I know the struggles each month. But what can you do? I mean, at least that makes it interesting, right? Who am I kidding? I would like to have infinite money. That would be nice. Can borrow money on credit cards, but also need to pay it within deadline. If you pass a deadline, there's a charge. Okay, and if you have a certain amount of charge, they will, like, close your card? I heard about people saying, like, my cards got closed or something. I'm not sure. It's hard when the pop-up parade figurines are expensive and Nissan is unhappy. To keep in the green. Nissan is unhappy? Like the car Nissan, or I mean, I'm talking more about necessities like food, but yes, that's making it hard too. Use it if you really need it. Yeah, I'm not using one, because here a credit card actually does cost money. Like a monthly pay. And I would buy so little with it, or basically nothing. So that monthly money fee is not worth it. Uninspected. Oh, so you still have to pay for the inspection. I had to do that recently with a car too. It went so much into my money. I forgot that I had to go to inspection even. And only by sheer accident did I know that that the car had to go into inspection. I almost forgot about that. That would have been more expensive, I'm guessing. I'm not sure how much police are charging if they catching you on an inspected car, but it sure is gonna cost. My father has a lot of debt because of credit cards. I mean, didn't he stop after the first one? Because he's saying cards. So it sounds like he went through one card after the other. Car is 36 years old, so I guess it's okay to have some small issues. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of old. Unsure if you're gonna still get it inspected at that point. You are not taught properly about cars. That's a shame. Wait, me? Yes, I have no idea about cars. The only thing I know is they drive, and I actually have like an automated car, so that's making it even easier to drive. I technically have a driving license for like every car, like also the normal ones, but you know what I mean, like automated is so much easier. So yeah, I am also able to go to the gas station, and that's about it. Everything else does like the technician. Last inspection is when it turns 50 years old. I have actually no idea how old my car is, but I'm guessing not that old. Germany really need cars? Why you mean needing cars? Of course you need cars. How else would I get to places? I mean, of course there's like bus and stuff, but they're almost never driving when you actually need it, and or they come too late. Macho, if you could get any 36-year-old car through TÜV in Germany, except if you really work at it and replace stuff a lot. Yeah. I think you would really have trouble even with a 30-year-old car already. It wouldn't get through technical inspection. Just not possible. I mean, there are some like old-timers like running around, but they're like very expensive to keep. Like super duper expensive. Not for normal people. In America, I really need cars in cities. And why do you think I wouldn't need them in Germany? I don't live in Germany, but in Livestream. And there you can get cars through even if they have like major issues. Doesn't that cause a lot of accidents and stuff? If you live in a slightly bigger city in Germany, you don't need a car at all. Well, see, that's the problem. I live in a teeny tiny town, so I can't say much about that. I need a car for everything. I need a car to get groceries, even. I mean, if I really do get the place that I'm currently aiming for, I will take even longer to get my groceries, so I will need the car even more. So it can't be expected to like to walk with all the groceries, especially like, I mean, who would like walk for, I don't know, an hour or something for groceries? And then an hour back, of course. I walked 10 kilometers just to ride a bus. I wouldn't enjoy that. My car is well taken care of. It's only got 18. What is that? 1, 2, 3. Is that 18,000 or 180,000 kilometer on it? On the 6th owner. Issue is price availability, because Nissan is bitchy, especially with all Sylvias. I mean, getting parts really is a big problem. And not only for cars. I'm not sure why many companies are like, okay, you're not having a newest model, we're not having any replacement parts for you anymore. You live in a country or in a tiny town, you need one totally. But then not everybody has one. Yeah, exactly. Even I am sharing a car, so... But... I know people that have 3 cars, so what can I say? Mileage does vary by income, I'm guessing. You can buy aftermarket, though. Yeah, but... you have to afford that. You have to afford it. That's way different. Of course you're gonna find some pieces, but not for affordable prices for a normal person. So they just use a private jet instead. Yeah, sure. I have a private jet. I keep it in my yeah, on the roof, I'm guessing, or something. I don't get the people having private jets, actually. I mean, do they have a pilot's license then? Or do they have a private pilot too, that they then wake up like, Luigi, I want to go somewhere, wake the heck up. I mean, some people have that for cars too. Okay, I'm not saying anything. There are people like that. I'm not gonna make jokes about that. That's actually sad. Private pilot? I'm not sure I would like to have that occupation. Most actual aftermarket car parts are actually cheaper. Sadly, my car isn't that common. No well known, so aftermarket is weak too. I mean, I get that. My car is also like more uncommon, actually. But I mean, luckily enough, my car is actually like it gotten from a good friend, and they like that car as like a collector piece. They like to have back once I'm done driving with it, and I'm not driving much, so they were okay with it. So if anything would ever come up, they would probably like get the piece because they want to have the car back in the end. You know, that's an upside to this. The downside is I'm never gonna be able to sell this car, so because it's not like technically 100% mine. So, problemo. And dear God, I hope I don't crash the car at some point and it's broken, because then I have a problem. Here, I got your pile of metal back. Oh no. Not imagine that. Just drive careful, everything will be okay. I'm mainly driving like in the city anyway. Unless I need to go to like a big appointment stuff or like go to a place to check out. But other than that, I only go in groceries anyways. That's like the only thing I'm driving each week for. Except like the things that are like out of the weekly plan that I just needed right now because of like looking for a place. Other than that, I'm not driving much. Just watching YouTube. What should I watch on YouTube? People with private jets? I'm confused. Now you made me driving lessons? I don't think I need driving lessons. I think I'm good enough. Most people say I'm like too careful when driving around. They don't like it that I'm like 100% pinpointing to the speed limit. Like most people drive like 10 over the speed limit. I'm like, you're driving 1 over, go down. People go insane when I'm sitting next to them while they're driving. I'm a very stickler to the rules. I mainly drive to drive because it's fun doing 200 plus kilometer on close courses. I'm not into driving much. I'm very anxious while doing it. I'm like on 100% awareness mode, like high caution. Also, isn't it expensive to drive that much? I'm not sure about your gas prices, but our prices here. You should think twice about every trip that you're doing. YouTube teach you how to drift. But I don't even want to drift. The only place I drift is in video games, and even there I kind of screwing up. Initial D Takum Fujiwara car? What is that? Is that a famous car I'm supposed to know about? You can drift in my DMs, girl. Very smooth, yeah, things. Sure. It doesn't matter if I crash anything in there, right? Yeah, me and car driving have not been friends. I only drive if I must. I think that's because when I was getting driving lessons, back in the day, yeah, I told you already about my bad, yeah, driving test with the awful person taking that. But what also happened is, one of my first night driving sessions, a other person drove off the mirror of the car. Was not my fault. I was as right it could be. And they still drove the mirror off. I think they were like drunk or something. But I was like so shocked by having like a small mini accident in my like first night driving lesson that I was all like, be aware, be aware. Crazy people are out there. Be aware. Smooth is your brain. Mr. Smooth Brain. Initial D has a super famous song. They're always that car drifting. Like, is he talking about it, or do you like hear like the squeaking of the wheels? Toyota AE 86 Corolla. Basically the most recognizable 80s Japanese car. That's what my car often gets confused as. I know about Corollas. I think my dad used to talk about these. I think he likes them very much. That's the only thing I know though. I heard this one before and my dad used to speak about it. I'm not sure what it looks like though, but he talking about, I think he a red version of it though. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's, I'm not sure if it's the same. Is there multiple cars that is called a Corolla, or is there only one? It's always the mirror motorcycle most likely to cause accidents? No, it was actually another car. And the funny thing is I had to stand like in the cold night on the outside while the driver of the other car that caused the accident and like my drive teacher were like talking and arguing. Like I was standing there like I didn't even have a jacket with me because I was like, okay, driving lesson. I don't need a jacket. I'm gonna be in the car the whole time. And there's actually like warmth in there. No need to worry. You can go without the jacket. You're gonna have to take it off for driving anyways. Yeah, was cold. Was not nice. Still having some concerns about that. For age, but supercharged? There's a ton of different Corolla variants across 50 plus years. 86 is one, if not the last. RWD Corolla? Car noob. I don't know anything. Terms, question mark. But I heard that name before. I didn't know which one it is, actually. Rear wheel drive? And that does mean? Oh, that the hind... the back wheels are the ones driving the car. Right? I'm trying to guess here. Let me have my guess. Exactly. Nice, I guessed correctly. It has little lights that goes up and down. I don't remember. I never seen it. Must have been a long time ago though. I'm losing my voice again. I'm sorry. Need to drink more. Okay. Yeah, my voice is good enough. I was talking too much. I'm talking way too much now. We're talking for 2 hours already. What can I say? Just like Google Boogle. Yeah, I did put it in, but as I said, I only heard him talk about it, and they all models kind of like look the same for me. I can't really say which one they were talking about. I only have a kiddie bike. It's very rad. Actually, funny thing is, when I was a kid, I had a grown-up bike, and I barely was able to get on top of the bike. That caused a few accidents, so People that want to save up on money for their kids, it's not a good idea. The only thing that's gonna get your kid is, hurt knees. Just a heads up on that. Just saying. Fair enough. Yes. As I said, I don't know which one they were talking about. I just knew that I knew the word. That was something. That kind of like popped up in my mind. Da da da. Should we do something today too? Or you just like talking? As long as topics are going, I think I don't mind it. I'm not sure what we should talk about. Hunger for a wine car? What's a wine car? Search the word. Thank me next year. Okay, I'll thank you next year. But I'm curious. I'm gonna put that in and not gonna say anything about it. It's saying it's a Bible software. I don't even want to know what that is. It sounds dubious. Maybe it's something indoctrinating me. Bible car? No, I mean the word. I searched the word. I put in the word on Google. Exactly as you said. The word. And it tells me it's a Bible program for Windows. Yes. I didn't believe it either. A car that would take you to Jesus. That would be a broken car, because then you get in an accident and you're dead. A supercharger? I'm also not sure what a supercharger is. Me car noob. Do I have to repeat that? Thus it is. Very car. If you drive on ball tires during the rain. You mean then you're gonna go straight up to Jesus? I mean, there's for sure a few things that would make that happen. A smooth way to see God. I'm not sure he would be so happy to see you then, like, you freaking idiot. What are you doing here? Could have lived smoothly, but no. A supercharger makes funny whining noise. So, like you see, like in all this, like in the movies where they make the car go like vroom, like standing or like slowly turning a tiny bit, and they go like ring, ring. Is it that? I thought supercharger means fast charger. Like you plug your electric car in, and 5 seconds later it's charged. I guess that's not how it works. Would have been nicer though. High pitched on top of the engine noise. I never heard that. I just know normal car. Just car. That's it. Are you trying to educate me on cars? Because I'm not thinking I can soak anything up. Okay, I'll Google it. Give me a second. Is it gonna be very loud? I'm gonna listen in. Give me a second. It sounds a bit broken. Wee! It sounds a little bit like the car is having a fart attack. Nah, honestly. I'm not sure about that. I don't think I would enjoy that much. To be honest, I like my cars as quiet as possible. Like if you can basically not hear the car approaching, the better. Not sure why. It was like the car that I currently like have is like a hybrid car, like between like normal and like electric. And when it's driving on like the electric version, it doesn't make like any engine noises, basically. And at first that like kind of scared me because that's like a typical, oh, did the engine die? And then like after driving a while, I'm like, okay, that's normal. And now I'm like, when I hear like loud engine noise, I'm like, shut up. You're not supposed to make these. So actually I gotten used to my quiet. Prius, is that like the only hybrid that you know of? Because that might actually be it. I'm have to look it up. As I said, I'm not like, my car is a car. I'd have to look it up if that is it. The most common. Yeah, then it might be that. I know it's a Toyota, so. But it's a very old variant of that. Like super old. I'll see only fancy ones. Maybe I need to put in old as well. Yeah, if I put in old, then that looks more like the car that I know. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of the older ones. If I put in Toyota Prius, then that doesn't look like the car that I'm driving. But if I gave in Toyota Prius old, then it looks like the car that I'm driving. I guess it's an old one. First gen is quite rare. Well, maybe that's the reason the friend wants it back. I mean, as I said, I need to give it back after driving with it. It's... That was the point of the deal. How would I tell the difference between GAMs? Do they look different? All cars look the freaking same to me. The first looks quite basic in comparison to the second. Looks sort of outlandish than its second or newer. No, it looks like very round and basic, I think. But if I put in like second gen into like Google, it doesn't look outlandish either. Right? What, wait. If I put in second... Wait, I'm trying to compare. I'm trying to compare cars. It's a blue one. Do I find pictures of blue ones, maybe? Actually, I think it might be a first scan then. That looks very much like the car that I'm driving. Maybe a little bit less used than the one that I'm currently using. I think it may be first gen, or I'm mistaken, but I think it kind of looks like first generation. From the Google images, if that's anything to go by. The first generation had some issues. Yeah, it does have some issues, I'm aware. So yeah, that may be it then. But I'm quite happy with what I have at the moment. It is perfect for what I need it for. Going grocery shopping and other than that, not much. Except the very rare occasion. Definitely not bad car. Yeah, I would hope so. I paid money for that. But not like the super infinite price. But I also need to give it back at the end. So it's more like a big landing fee. If you can take it like that. But on a very personal level. It is probably some of the most reliable cars on the market, alongside Hondas. I mean, my family have been only exclusively basically driving Toyota since I know of, so... It's... what I was, like... that was I was born with. Now, I only know that, so I'm like, okay, what car to get? I basically know that. I know the stuff is driving, so I'm getting one of these two. And as I said, I had the offer then. So, why would I not say yes? If we're talking cheap commuter cars. Yeah, I mean, of course, there's probably like way more reliable and more exclusively nice cars, but car prices are a big problem. For everything, really. Not just cars. Always have to compare the price of something before you, like, dispute it as good or bad. It must do what it's supposed to do for the price that you're paying, actually. That's why I think some people are always, like, too harsh on free products sometimes. They are, like, treating it like a cheap product. But if it's a free product, you should treat it way differently than just a cheap product. In my opinion. It's way different. I see that on a lot of free Steam games. Yes, but they drink a lot more fuel. Might be a bit nicer to sit in and such. What drinks more fuel? Which cars? You mean the more exclusive ones? Like more expensive ones? I never gotten the craze about the like sport cars and stuff, but as I said, I'm not a car person, so for me a car must drive reliably, be cheap to handle if possible, and well, have a little bit of like trunk where I can put like stuff in, like groceries. That's it. That's what a car needs to have. I don't need any fancy. Technically, I don't even need anything else. Like a radio, or like everything has basically a radio now. But I wouldn't need it much. I also wouldn't need like I don't know. I don't need all the fancy stuff. Very commuter car. Never get into that myself, but at least I can understand why some people do like cars that way. Yeah, I mean, the awkward thing about this topic sometimes is a lot of my family are like very passionate about cars and motorcycles in specific. So when I talk to them about things like self-driving cars or like cars with technology that makes things like be like using less fuel or be cheaper, they're like very against that. Because they like their things loud and sporty and fast and dirty. It's a hard topic to talk with people that are very passionate about these kinds of things. So personally, I just want some horses and a bit of music. Horses. You know, I would literally want some horses. I would prefer that. I think horses are quite cute, but I know what you mean. It's a thrill to drive fast. For me, it's the opposite. It freaks me out if I drive fast. Even if I'm only the one sitting next to the driver. I don't know, I panic. Maybe that has to do with like me getting dizzy like really easily, so when I'm driving at high speed that happens even more, so I'm not doing it in general. Really just want something that can drive and isn't way too huge. I hate driving these tank SUVs. I mean, when I was a kid, we had like this super big white, I think that was an SUV. Like with way too many seats, and I also couldn't for my life imagine driving that like ever. You don't see anything in that thing. And it's way too high up. It's awful. But I mean, I guess when you're a big family and you need a lot of spaces to get people from A to B, that's what you buy. Or a nice bicycle. Yes, exactly. But one that is for your size. And not one that kills you. I have a very bad relationship with bikes since I had this way too big bike when I was a kid, and I fell a little too often with it. Me and my bike, it's not the bike's fault. Bike, you're not at fault. It was the circumstances. Sort of daily with a smaller car or public transport is fine. Issue I have with my Volvo tank because it's massive, but it's a good daily, very thirsty though, but very reliable. Bikes are nice, I'm just out of shape. That's one way to put it. I mean, honestly, the thing that worries me the most about bikes is bikes getting stolen. I'm gonna be totally honest, that's the thing that I'm worried the most for. I mean, if I'm going to like a friend, if I had any friends close by in driving range, and I would go there and I like put them into, I don't know, their cellar or something, or into their garage, and you then like drive back. That is not a big problem. But if you leave it like out in the public, your bike's probably gonna be gone. So I don't really want that. You're weak to live outside your house. We talked about this, so I'm not surprised you can't do bikes. I mean, I do have a bike. I just barely get to use it, as I said. The thing I leave the house for is basically groceries, and I can't get my like big grocery trip for the week for multiple people and household done with a bike only. That's not gonna work, so I need the car. And, well, for everything else is an appointment that is pretty far away, so I can't use the bike either. And I don't really go outside much anyway, beside that. I really hope if I do get a place with a garden, that I can just go outside, but I can just go outside inside the garden. Because at the moment, the only thing I have is, like, the front, like, parking yard. There is no green there, it's just... Everything is just straight, basically. Ah! Okay, what do we have? Chips! I take chips. Thank you. I take it. So, I have no real garden to go outside to. We have like the small, like terrace, like sort of thing, but it's like rotten down and not really usable. It's more. It's not like really a terrace. It's more like the upper roof of the garage, and who wants to go onto the roof of the garage? It's a little weird. So yeah. Commuting 13 plus kilometers single trip every day on a bike would not be that enjoyable for me. Who would that be? Okay, I'm not gonna say it. I know a few people that would be very enjoyable for. I know a few crazy people like that. They would thrive in this. They would enjoy it. Like, very much. They would go crazy for an opportunity like that. Not me, though, no. The thing about going to work on a bike, if I would go that much, is I would be unable to work after this. Because that would already be enough work and I would be so down. No energy left. But I blame that on my bad health, so... maybe it's different for me. Could probably have done it back in the day, but I'm so out of shape. Like 7 or 8 kilometers is enough, probably, I'm guessing. Then I'll pass out. I mean, I'm not sure if I would pass out. But my speed to get to where I wanted to would probably slow down as the time goes. And then I would go slower and slower and slower and slower. And then never really arrive on time on where I wanted to go. Because I would be running out of power. Then I would have to, like, leave 1 or 2 hours early. To actually get where I wanted to go in that time. That would not be time sufficient. Not good, not good at all. But I know it would be more healthy. By the way, voice again. Oh, my voice is gone. Again. I'll drink more. Hopefully that helped. So yeah. Can other make other, like, conscious choices? Like, take the stairs instead. Things like that. Things that are not, like, causing too much problems. Like, taking the bike and coming to work way too late. Health would end up becoming very good after a while. Probably yes. Probably yes. People that do that are in very good shape for a reason, I'm guessing. But, I mean, I'm not... I'm not in good shape anyway, so... Probably should. Should really pick it up again. I mean, if you can afford it, like, time-wise, it probably is a good idea. I did a lot of more sports, too. Like, before all, like, the diagnosis with my back and everything. But that kind of, like, all plundered down afterwards. So, huh. I like a little too many tiny problems that I'm having that are, like, piling up. That's a bit weird. Back to Very Neko. Where and how to find a pet? The Neko is, like, very rare to find, but I'm pretty sure you can find a few on Twitch. But petting? No, you can just watch him, I guess. I have an idea. You could go into VR chat and pet little Neko girlies there. That would work. In fact, I should go and play some VR chats in too. I read they had a new update, and they had like a technology where you can get a scaled down version, like a very screwed up, but automatic scaled down version of your model for like Quest users, so they at least, in a broad sense, have an idea on what your character is supposed to look like. Which I find very interesting technology. Because so far, I have not ever had a model that was like having a Quest version of it. And I didn't have many people interactive with that were like on a Quest. That's because I know nobody that has one. So... Still need a VR headset? Yes, you definitely need that. Or you can just... Maybe you can go without one. It's not the same experience though, I admit. But I think there are cheap options that you could get right now. Isn't like the Quest one of the cheaper options? Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah. Many people like question if a VR headset is worth it. It kind of depends on how much you use it. If you have one, use it. If not, you kind of have to make a list on the pros and cons of having one. There's some decently cheap options. I think VR chat is like a great way to like connect to people. Because it's like more interactive than just like chatting with people with text or like even like in a call. Because you actually get to like do stuff. I, for example, like to play with a few friends, like playing some mini golf over there. Even though it gets a little frustrating sometimes because I absolutely stink at mini golf, so I lose every single time. Pro, cat girls. Cons, money, time, and headache. Are you getting a headache easily from like VR? Most of the time I'm not getting much of a headache while I'm like in VR, but after I take the headset off, I'm like dizzying around a little bit, like, oh, what the heck, where am I? Also, I get like these marks on my head from like the straps that are like right here, and so you have like these strap marks on your face for at least an hour or something, and then everybody looking at it like, you wearing your VR headset again? So that's a little how you put it, embarrassing, man. I wear glasses normally, so I get sort of dizzy. I'm not sure, because I don't have glasses, how people with glasses normally deal with that. I think there is some headsets that have enough space so you can actually leave your glasses on while playing with them. Maybe contacts would also help. But, as I said, I'm not wearing glasses, so I can't really tell. But I try to wear contacts once for, like, costume reasons. My eyes cannot take that, so I'm not sure about yours. There's some people that like put them in daily, but there's others that have exactly the same problem. Like, eyes do not take that too well. Kind of depends on you as a person. But yeah, there's also some headsets where the glasses are not fitting under, so that could cause problems. Thinking about contacts, but I haven't tried yet. I'm not sure, but like a few friends of mine have been able, I mean, I don't know if that's like a regional thing here personally, have been able to try out contacts for like a week if their eyes would be able to adjust it. They weren't like perfectly fit for them, but it's like, could they like have them in their eyes without the eyes having big problems? And once they were like satisfied with that didn't cause any problems, they could like actually get their package deals for a year for contacts. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm glad that I don't have to wear glasses, so I don't have those problems. I actually did wear glasses when I was a kid, funny enough. My eyes did magically get better somehow. Don't ask me how it happened. Actually, funny story about that is that my parents would recommend me to wear my glasses at all times. Of course, like, you have to wear your glasses, I'm like, but I can't properly see with them at some point. My parents thought I was crazy. They were like forcing me to use the glasses and keep using them until they noticed themselves that I didn't see properly with the glasses anymore. And they're like, okay, maybe the glasses are too little. Maybe you need like stronger glasses. We need to go to the doctors. So we went to the doctor, and she actually diagnosed me with, I don't need glasses anymore. My eyes are somehow magically perfectly fine now. So no more glasses for me. Don't know how that happened. Magic healing. People who wear glasses are supposedly smarter, but you literally have to fail a test to get them. I mean, it's a physical test, though. You can be smart and still fail at, like, I don't know, your gym test. Right? It's like two different skill sets. If you don't have stats in one, doesn't mean you don't have stats in the other. But yeah, people with glasses seem more intelligent, I think, because of stereotype. It kind of depends on the glasses, though. Healing potion level 2 works great for eyes. I don't even know what I did. I did nothing. I did nothing special. It just... I didn't even know why I had the glasses in the first place. I mean, I know I had them because I went to the doctors when I was very little and I got nut, so... Something must have been wrong with it. I'm not sure. Is that common that you kind of like have glasses and then when you get older, somehow they magically get better? I mean, probably not once you pass a certain age, but in like when you're like under 10. Can that happen commonly, or is that really a great mystery on how that happened? For me. I have never really thought about it to this day. I just find it a lot of funny that I always tell people I had glasses and then they were gone. I know a lot of friends who have that happen. Maybe it's because your eyes are not fully developed yet or something? Like, they are like lacking a little behind. They're like, oh, we're not finished yet. We need help. And they're like, I got you covered, and then the glasses come and then you can see, and then they're like, okay. And then they finish building your eye stuff and they're like, okay, we don't need them anymore. Usually it will turn worse again when you're older. Funny thing is, luckily it isn't worse yet. Because I recently had problems with my eyes. They were like burning and were weirdly dry and stuff. And also were getting red. So I was like, okay, something is up. I need to go to the doctors. And I haven't been to the eye doctor since I have been a kid. So that was awkward. Actually, still the same doctor, by the way. I just haven't seen her in forever. And I went back thinking like, okay, maybe it's like a little illness. Because I had something like with my ear before. That was infected. Maybe that kind of like went into the eyes because everything there is like connected. Or maybe it has to do with my eyes getting worse. So they made tests and they're like, your eyes are perfectly fine. You see perfect. Nothing to complain there. So now at the very least, I know that my eyes are working perfectly. That's good news. Also, they didn't have any idea where that thing was coming from. So they actually just gave me some eye drops. Like anti-allergy eye drops, thinking that maybe it was an allergy or something. My eyes have gotten even drier since I taken those drops. They had like what was that called again? They had like cortisol in them. So I'm not sure if that was causing anything. That was like the same stuff that was like also in like the medicine for like my ears. So I'm not sure. Maybe it had to do with that. And they're still a little dry now, but at least they are not burning. They are a little bit red from time to time, so I'm trying to recover still. Trying to reduce my time like on the PC a tiny bit. But it's hard since I need it for work, and what can I say? I can't just go with... Well, I can't do stuff because I need to close my eyes all day long. Nobody taking that excuse. You just get no money. Dry eyes could also be caused by a cold temperature or radiation. Yeah, maybe it's because of the temperature here. Because somehow the weather is going crazy. Like, it's changing all the time. Like, mildly warm, and then suddenly it's ice cold again, and it's snowing. I just don't know what's up currently. Maybe that didn't help my eyes too much. Allergies is a possibility. Weirdly enough, so far on the allergy test, nothing has come up. I know I'm like allergic to a few things, but no plants, I think, so far are part of it. So I'm actually allergic to one metal, nickel to be precise, and I'm allergic to apparently a supplement that is put into cow food in winter to supplement for like them not being able to feed on fresh grass. And therefore that gets transferred into the winter milk, and therefore I'm slightly tiny allergic to milk in winter. So I get like it's not a harsh allergy. I just get like my skin gets red at some points, like a little rashes and stuff if I drink way too much. I noticed that actually when I was a teenager, because way too much meant I had for breakfast I had cereal with milk, and for lunch I had cereal with milk, and yeah, then I had like whatever was cooked in the family like for dinner. But I had like milk 2 times a day, and apparently that was too much at that time. I never had problems as an adult though with the milk so far. But I'm not consuming that much milk anymore, so maybe that's it. Metal allergies, I used to have that too. It was zinc or something. Yeah, for me it is nickel, which is like very commonly used in like jewelry. Which is why I, for the most part, try to avoid wearing lots of jewelry. Like other people like lots of jewelry and be like, yeah. Also, you have to be careful about like some spoons and stuff do contain that. And then when you're like eating soup with your spoon, it could be that I have like little little bladders like on my lips. It's not very nice actually. But only like in the extremes. I think most restaurants don't have it in there. Like the cheaper ones don't have it. It's more like the expensive, weird spoons that would have this. Like very antique ones, maybe. Also, from time to time, when I'm at home, I also use like plastic spoons for like something like eating yogurt. Like when you have like tiny spoons. That would help with it too, because then there's definitely no nickel in it. Also, I'm allergic to like one allergy shot that there is like out there. No, not allergy shot. Like what is it called? If you're getting a shot for like preventing illnesses, I have to look it up. Give me a second. Vaccination. Okay, I forgot. Specifically, tetanus. I am allergic to that, so actually, if I get bitten, I just die, I'm guessing. Actually, I gotten that shot when I was a kid, and like how old was I? Maybe like 3. I'm not sure. When do you get like your first vaccination shot with that? The only thing I know is my parents always tell me like they with such small kids they put that not in the arm, but usually they like put it in the butt. And my whole butt was swollen for days, like super high swollen. Yeah, apparently I was allergic to that. That was not funny. Since then I've never gotten that again. When the mesothelioma car passes by? What is mesothelioma? Mesothelioma. I will Google. Mesothelioma. A sickness you get from asbestos? Where would you find asbestos, though? Also, why would there be a car passing by? Maybe I'm not familiar with what to say about that. Do they have a car for that? I'm confused. was used in a lot of older buildings, amongst other things. Well, maybe since I'm on a very old building now. Maybe it's used right here. Maybe I'm gonna die. Time to get out of here, I guess. That's what I'm planning to do, okay? I can't say. Nah, I'm not Googling anything above that. I think that's only if you have symptoms, don't Google. If you want to find about a sickness, don't Google. It's better for your mental health. But yeah, it's actually wild what they used back in the day. A lot of things I'm like very like they would not let that pass today anymore. Weirdly enough, back then it was perfectly fine. Like radiating substances in toothpaste, completely okay. Nobody bat an eye back then. Super dangerous to inhale, though it separated into the air. It wasn't more used in the West. Cigarettes. Yeah, that's also a problem, yes. Not clean enough, not for me. Even though, who knows, maybe as much as my relatives used to smoke, and indoors, on every family gathering, who knows, maybe I already gotten passive effects from that. Like, some of my relatives literally smoke one cigarette after the other. They're like, literally, they smoke it, and when one is gone, they take the next one and light that. Like, the only time they're not smoking a cigarette is probably when they're asleep. Or what do I know? I never seen them sleep. Maybe they're smoking in the sleep too. What do I know? So, and me as a kid sitting in the same room was never really the healthiest thing to do. Yeah, chain smoking, exactly. I always hated when there was family gatherings, because that meant that the whole house would stink like cigarettes for at least a week or two. It was absolutely disgusting. But sadly enough, I think my parents were pushovers and they didn't really care. My father at the time did smoke, not like chain smoking, but smoked like once or twice too, so a week, so maybe he didn't mind that much. Like, the good passive smell. But what can I say? Maybe that's the reason I'm not was never inclined to even try smoking, like, at all. Because it's just, it was always the awful thing to me. I also believe some cigarettes in the 50s had asbestos in the filters. Humanity's stupid. How to kill yourself 101. Also, if you kill yourself with like cigarettes, who cares if you add a little bit extra poison to it, right? I guess that's how it went somehow. On the gathering, if there were ever a gathering for that. You know what? Let's make it more deadlier. I guess if the deal, well, like companies wouldn't do that now anymore, is because if their consumers are dying too early, they are not buying more cigarettes. Gonna have to keep the addicts alive. Something like that. I don't think they really care. Because then they wouldn't be selling cigarettes at all. I had a lot of classmates who started smoking, including my little sister, and from there on I would pass on it, yeah. I think a lot of people smoke because they see it like as a cool thing, because it's actually like forbidden when they're so young. So actually, like, seeing it as a absolute no taboo that you can do whenever you like, and it's even like encouraged that you do so. I mean, how old was I when like my aunts like were like, oh, here, smoke please. Maybe like 10, 12, I'm not sure. Maybe that was also like fostering the thought in me of like, nah, no thank you, I don't like this. if you forbid something, then it's more of an interesting, enticing thing sometimes. It's cool, calming for a bit, but then you're addicted. Yeah. But what can I say? It's not like I'm holding back for like this sort of thing. There's a lot of things you can addicted to, actually. Some things people don't even realize, like their phones, for example. There's so many people that are absolutely 100% addicted to their phones. They like can't even put it down while they're eating, or like having a conversation with other people. It may not be as severely health draining as cigarettes, but it's still a problem. Same with alcohol. I had a classmate kill his liver when he was 16 or 17. Yeah, I don't get those people at all that like drink alcohol with the intent to actually like pass out. Like I have known people that made like contests out of like who's gonna get driven to the hospital first, like who's gonna have it worse. Like what the heck? And maybe they already lost their brain cells at this point, who knows. That feels like a personal attack phone thing. It's just something I noticed, because last time I was like, I was cooking something really nice, and I put it on the table, and... Yes, everybody was on their phones, and the food was getting cold, and of course didn't taste as good anymore when it's cold. And all because something on the phone was more interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you master the art of, like, eating while you're on the phone, then, I mean, it's your loss. You should probably not, because it might cause you to have some diet issues. If you, like, eat while concentrating on something else, you're supposed to not eat while you, for example, work, or, like... for example, be on the phone. Because then you're not, like, consciously eating. Something like that. That I read about that. I am also sometimes guilty of this. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, who of us didn't snack on something while they were watching a movie? That's maybe normal. But if you, like, doing the phone thing first and let your food get cold... If you're, like, missing your basic needs because the phone is more important, then I think you have a problem. To be fair, I've never been able to completely chill. Properly chill, though. Because it helps me a little bit. But lately, the problem of not being able to chill is way worse. I get that, especially if there's, like, life problems. It's, like, always nagging in the back of your head and can't really help you. Maybe that's... I have it easy because I'm a face person. Like, if there's food face, then everything else doesn't matter for that moment. I'm just... Now is food time. Okay? Like, when I'm in work mode, then it's work mode, then everything else is off. If I'm in gaming mode, then just gaming. I'm very focused on one thing, and one thing only. I'm not much of a, like, dual person. Or for example, if it's like bedtime, it's bedtime. I don't have like any electronic devices in my bedroom, so I go to bed and fall asleep instantly. It's just... It's magical. Like, I trained myself to do this, though. Hard work. Now it's food time, not the phone time. Exactly. For me, that's like very easy. My brain is already trained on that. On the certain phases on what to expect, actually. Sometimes I get to sleep even by just reading. See, that's the thing. I also not read in my bedroom. My bedroom is only for sleeping. Easy. Just don't put anything distracting in there, and you easily fall asleep. My voice again. Oh god. Drinking. Told you, by the end of the stream, my voice is gonna be completely gone. A little cold and then a lot of talking, and that's gonna ruin it. Helps me calm down, but then you look at the time, it's like 1:30. What I really like to do to calm myself down is listen to very relaxing music. I have like a nice channel that I'm following, or two, that have like very soothing music that I sit in front of the computer and I'm like listening to that for like half an hour at the very least and do nothing except listen to that. And by the time I then get tired, I just go to bed and then I go to sleep. It's very relaxing. I think I posted it on the Discord once, what I'm listening to. It's a weird ritual that I developed. I think rituals maybe help. Which I usually do, but I can't exactly sit still. Is that a problem? I mean, by sitting still, I just mean you don't do anything except that. You can still like wiggle your feet or like put the head back, put the head forward. But don't like touch the keyboard, don't touch the mouse, don't do anything else. Have you tried meditation? Maybe that helps. When I was a teenager, I gotten this book for a birthday from a friend of mine. The book was actually very interesting. It was a book about white magic and stuff. Like, was a funny read. But the interesting thing is there were actually a few things there that helped me. For example, there was a chapter that told you about meditation. And early on, I tried that. And since then, a little bit of meditation in between can really help you relax and deal with things. I find it really interesting. I really love that I got in this book. Even if that, just for that. Also, there were these nice, like, funny images. Do you know that those images where you get, like, really close to the image, and then you, like, pull it away from you, and then you're staring at it, and then suddenly a 3D image pops up. There were also, like, 2 or 3 in there. I'm not sure why, but it was a funny book, really. Nice read. Like, sounds crazy, but actually was a nice investment. Tried meditation, but again, there's the same problem, not being able to sit still. Yeah, you really need to work on that then, though, because, I mean, if you constantly need to move, that's also not good for the body, right? The body needs a little bit of relaxation to like, function. Maybe you can first try something like a very repetitive task, like a task where you space out of something, but you're still like doing something. I know a lot of people saying like some games help them with that. Like things like Power Wash Simulator, for example. Can't relate, I don't have Power Wash Simulator, but maybe. Something like hyperactivity. Yeah, that may be the problem. I'm not sure about that. If anything, I'm like hypoactive, probably. I'm doing too little. I'm like, I have problems motivating myself sometimes. Like sitting here doing nothing is more cozy. That's why I like developed this like, okay, now is this time for me, because that way I get my brain into, okay, now we have to do something mode, because otherwise I would like, do what you want right now would only get me into, okay, then I do nothing all day mode, and then I'll never get productive. And I'm already a very slow worker on everything. I tend to be very, like, thorough with things. Triple check them rather than, like, be, okay, I've done this correctly. I'm like, have I done this correctly? Just to be sure, just check again. Okay, have I done this correctly? And like triple checking every step I do, and therefore I'm very slow on work. So if I also slouch, that is not good. So I got that. So the positive of that is that I have no problem with just like not doing any activity for a while. It's a good thing. But what can I say? I have a very ordered day. I always get up at the same time every morning, even on Sundays, weirdly enough. Unless I'm like sick, then not. Or if I was not able to sleep the previous night because I was like sick, then my body like needs the extra sleep, and then I wake up way later like, what the heck happened? It's not happening very often though. But other than that, I always get up at the same time, even if I'm not having like my alarm going. Weirdly enough, I'm not going to bed at the same time every day though. I'm not sure how that is functioning. May just be undiagnosed. Talk to people that have things ADD, and I can relate to that. A lot of things they say and talk about. Done a bit of research. A lot also seems accurate. I mean, if it's not expensive, maybe you can see if you can get a diagnosis. I mean, if it's undiagnosed, it's always like hard to treat stuff because you don't want to like take the wrong steps into a wrong direction, like making things worse or something. But I'm not sure if something like that costs money. Whenever somebody tells me, like, for example, yeah, you could see maybe a psychiatrist for some things, I'm like, okay, of course you could do that if you had the money. So I'm not sure how that stands for you. Like, healthcare, doesn't matter which kind, is always expensive. In some way or another. Either time intensive, so you pay with your time, or money intensive. Probably get a diagnosis because I believe healthcare is totally free over here until 25. And not day ahead. Yeah, then please do get that. I think it can cause like also like some sort of inner peace if you know like what's up, like what's causing this. And it can calm you down a little bit, like you say, okay, this is not wrong, this is just this, and this is part of me. And if you have like symptoms that are undiagnosed and you don't know where they're coming from, that's way worse. From a personal point of view, I have kind of like the same problem, but on a physical level. And the doctors actually can't find the reason for the symptoms, and that's way worse than having a diagnosis. I have a few things that where I have a diagnosis where they're coming from, and that's way easier to deal with, even though it's like not good diagnosis. Than the ones that I don't have a diagnosis where they're coming from. So I'm just like out to guess on what it is and how I'm supposed to deal with it. After that, it's 220 a year. I'm unsure. Sometimes I find it funny how some health care is like free and other like cost stuff. For example, if you have like anything with your teeth here, you're like pretty much out of luck with any help, unless you have like something very extra that costs a lot a year. Teeth are apparently a no free healthcare zone. Also, anything that is over like life-saving, most doctors won't care about, because every doctor is like too full at the moment. They have every slot already taken. They are booked for months in advance. So they don't take care about much things except if they're life-threatening, really, or emergencies. People over here is fairly cheap unless you need one replaced. Yeah. Here nothing really is much covered. But I think it kind of depends on where your insurance company is like standing on this. The ones that are more expensive have more teeth coverage than the ones that are cheaper. Dang it, my voice. Does it not have free healthcare? Yes, but the funny thing is, when you go into the doctor's office, you are asked if you're on free healthcare or if you are on like private healthcare, which is paid. And And if you're in free healthcare, you're on second class, dismissed, only the very basics. That's basically what's happening. It's a sad truth. On paper, it's free healthcare. In reality, it's... You won't die, but... the people that are paying for it privately, that are like having paid healthcare, are getting the treatment while you are waiting. And not getting anything. Maybe I'm just having a bad doctor. I actually was very happy with my doctor that I had. But my doctor kind of like, yeah, gotten too old. And went into retirement a few years ago. Quite a few years ago, yeah. And, well, I got to the replacement doctor that like took over most of the patients at that time. And what can I say? I'm not very happy there, but a lot of doctors are not accepting new patients at the moment, so things are hard. Give me 2 minutes? Of course, no problem. So yeah, I'm trying to maybe find a new doctor, but slots are limited. So that's not gonna work at the moment. But maybe if I'm moving, then maybe then I have a new slot on where I'm moving to. Maybe there's like different doctors there. I'm gonna have to actually look it up. First, I need to have it like in stone that I'm actually gonna move before I'm looking for doctors and stuff. Since it's not like too far away for specialists, I can pretty much probably still take the same doctors. But yeah, but everything else I would have it like a little closer. Also, since I'm unhappy, it wouldn't be too far away if I were happy with my doctor currently, but I'm not, so... Not gonna lie, I'm thinking about switching it. Maybe an opportunity in the future. But even that, they are not miracle workers. Patients are flooding them with basic, trivial stuff all the time, and I'm really talking about, like, old people just getting bored and going to the doctor's office to get some attention. That's happening from time to time, and I can understand that they have no chill about stuff, but, yeah, it's bad for people that actually have problems. Also, every time I go to the doctor's office, I'm a little nervous. Because there's so many people coughing there, and I'm like, I don't want to get some COVID, please. Can I please not? That would be nice. Because I don't think they have like a strict don't go in here policy anymore against that, as far as I'm aware. So each and every time I'm like a little nervous. If I go into the doctor's, then I might catch something. Doesn't even need to be that. Can just be a cold. As I said, I have like this tiny cold here. And I'm unsure if that is like actually from like the time I went to the doctor for my problem with my ears and my eyes. Or maybe it's just the weather. Maybe it's probably just the weather. But one may never know. You may come back more sick than you did before. Had a phone call I had to take. Hopefully not an unnerving one. Hopefully a happy and joyful phone call. Not sure about you, but I'm not actually getting many phone calls. Like, at least not personal ones. Most phone calls I get are business calls. Like, when I was calling somebody about a new place, or like work-related, or advertisement. These are the most annoying calls. Like, people are, did you have 5 minutes to talk about a No. How did you even get my number, by the way? Neither do you? Oh, so it was something important too, I'm guessing. Or work-related. Not that work is not important, it's just not important to yourself. Probably just to the employer, you know? If that makes sense. Want to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ type of cause. My mother actually like let these guys into the home a few times. Cause she just can't say no back in the day. And I was like, why? Why are you doing that? They only gotta come back each and every time. No one let them in. What the heck? Is she a weird person? Too easy pushover. Yeah. They force their feet in between the doors and shit. Never done that over here though. So they haven't been that, maybe just in this neighborhood, but they haven't been that bugging. But she freely let them in. So no. It's actually been pretty chill with them. But I'm not sure why. I heard about the like feet indoor things though, so maybe it's worse at some places. I mean, I think the best thing you can actually do is make them so scared they're never gonna knock on your door again. Something that sends them the hell away. I can't really think of anything, but something. I mean, not life-threatening, but something that's like so against their morals that they gonna run. Answer the door in a full cat maid suit. Yeah, something like that. Something that's gonna make them... Okay, bye. That's the only thing that helps. They must be the ones never wanting to come back. If you just don't want them to come back, they'll come. But if they never want to come back, they won't. That's the trick. Just make them regret that they were knocking. That's the easy thing. Just need to come up with a plan first. Maybe in one of the latex suits. I actually was reading about somebody that was like, yeah, let's have a discussion about Satan. Like, because here most of the time they are just saying that they want to talk about the Lord and Savior. They're not actually saying Jesus. They're just saying, do you want to talk about the Lord? Yes. And yeah, there were a lot of people like, yeah, I want to talk about the Lord. What is it about Satan? And they're like, we're out of here. That's apparently working. A good tactic. Just confront them with other anti-beliefs for them. They love the Lord and Savior Satan. The Lord and Savior Cthulhu, of course. Who else? Who doesn't want to talk about our bubbly overlord of the seas? Anytime. Wouldn't that be funny? Like, let them in, and then after they sitting, then you give them the full deal. And you at least torture them with all of that for 10 minutes. Like, telling them all about that. And then they're gonna leave and they're never gonna forget. Like, beat them with their own weapons. Make them really uncomfortable. I need to watch Overlord someday. Thanks for the reminder. You're welcome. Now it's stuck in your head. Hey there, bot. How you doing? Welcome to the very late edition of the stream. We're almost done with it. In fact, technically I have 3 more minutes. Doing fine. That's good. We were just talking about Lord and Savior Cthulhu. How you doing? Meetings and other masters. Oh, that does sound boring. Big sip drink. No game today? No, I kind of forgot about that. We were talking about a lot of things. We were talking about a lot of things, and things happened. Then it was already so late. and I didn't know what to play. And also my voice is almost gone. Dang, that cold. So, yeah. Also, technically, talking didn't help much either. Cucumber? What do you mean cucumber? What do you mean by cucumber? I'm confused. I'm like the cat that's like turning around and there's a cucumber and I'm like... Huh? Why cucumber? Don't leave me with the... Or just the word. Fortnite Trios and Yakoa? What? Last topic... Oh, last time! Yeah, last time we talked about cucumbers. Not today, though. I've already forgotten that we talked about cucumbers last time. When we're like, I wanted to forget about it. Thanks for reminding me again. Thank you. Now it's back in my head. Ah. Thank you for the water. It's supposed to go in my mouth though, otherwise the voice will not have anything from it. Can you fuck it off? Okay, thank you. Otherwise it doesn't help with my throat. Cucumbers are good, full of water. Yes, very watery. I like them pickled more. Pickles are better. Pickles are better than cucumbers. I like them sour. Soapy water? What do you mean soapy water? Ugh. Yeah, Team Pickles. Why would we drink soapy water? Disgust. No thanks. Crazy soapy wonder. I'm not sure what that is. Shall I Google it or will I regret it? I probably will regret it. YouTube meme. Did somebody say soapy water? Hydrate. Yeah. I'm drinking. It's just not helping much. I think my voice is just done with talking for 3.5 hours. As easy as it is. No, not the soapy water. Just normal water. I was drinking the normal water. Actually, I emptied my glass. So I'm out of drink. Easy as that. Put it to the side. Yeah. Very out of water? Yes. I'm very out of water. I'm also very out of topic, and more than everything, I'm very out of voice. Maybe not the best idea to talk all stream. We'll see if my voice comes back on Thursdays or not. Or if it's gonna stay bye-bye. Topics and water go hard. Because you need the water to keep you on topic? I'm trying to understand. Hard water. What is hard water? It's not like... I knew it at some point. High on minerals? Hard water is ice. Yeah, that too. Hard water is ice. I do like hard water. Ice is nice. I mean, if it's not super cold, that is. If it's warm, then ice is nice. Sounds like a different water. Yeah, I think it's when it's having like a high concentration in like calcium and stuff. But you can unfilter it and it's no longer that hard. Even though, I mean, the water itself is not as hard. It's just water, it just... I'm not sure. They're calling it hard. Because it has harder minerals in it, I'm not sure. That is smooth. High in dissolved minerals. Calcium and magnesium. Yeah, exactly. Says Google. What would we do without Google sometimes? I wonder. I Google so many things. Every day and every night. Not kind of be confused with heavy water? What's heavy water then? And why does everything kind of sound the same? That one's radioactive. I don't want that one. How about normal water with a little bit of lemon? I like that one, actually. Even though I think the water that I'm actually drinking, that's like from a local spring, is pretty high on calcium and magnesium. So, but I'm not sure if it's like hard water then, or if it's just water with a higher concentration. I'd probably be as useful as a Magikarp without Google. I think me too. Actually, I'm very good at Googling things. A lot of people like come to me for like answers, but most of the time I don't know the answer either. I'm just better at Googling it than they are, so... Heavy water sounds good. 10-10 would drink again. You probably only drink once and then you're gonna have radiation poison then, right? It doesn't sound so good. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to go offline soon, though. What would you guys like to watch? Who would you like to raid? What would you be interested in? Somebody doing Arid, or Genshin, or Deep Rock Galactic, somebody playing Osu, or somebody playing Enderal. What would you be interested in? I have a few people online. I'm just getting hungry, I'm gonna be honest. My voice is, in desperate need of rest. Let the bodies hit the floor? Yeah, that doesn't answer my question, though. You can lay down after that. Well, what kind of lay them on the floor did I not get? Oh, did you mean killing? No, I don't do that here. I already said I'm not a serial killer. And you can't prove me otherwise. So... yeah, what are you in the mood for? Or should I just go... random? Whatever you like. The cereal killer. Yeah, maybe that at some point. But I'm not eating that much cereal anymore. Too sugary. Roulette. Roulette. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Then we are, a cereal. Yes, with C's, like the cereal. Like, eating yummy cereal for the morning. I was at least at some point. But then I ate less. Cedra, the serial killer. The spelling actually is important at this point. Very, very important. Not to be confused with the other kind. Please. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I take you. I'm not sure which one. Let me actually Google something real quick. Nope, not online. Too bad. Same is good. No, they are not the same. That's entirely different. One is like highly criminal and the other one is A-okay. That is a very, very important difference. Sorry, I'm reading up on things. I'm still not sure who to raid. I'm just gonna pick. You guys not having any preferences? No, we're preferenceless. Everyone, I can't rate everybody at the same time. That's just not working. Okay, then I guess it's from one elf to the next. How does that sound? Elf! Yes, yes. If that makes you happy. He's playing Deep Rock Galactic. Kinda looks, I think I saw it. I think it's a little different, but kind of similar to Vermintide at the same time. I think it's like the same principle and gameplay, but like way different like graphics and settings. Which is why I prefer Vermintide, but it's a nice game. Elf approval. He's approved, he's approved. Okay. Next stream on Thursday, I hope my voice holds. If my voice is on the brink of breaking, I will stream without voice, and I'll just gonna make a notice I'm mute streaming, and we'll just I'm just typing or something. But maybe it will work out. We'll find out. With that, I thank you all for being here today, and I hope I see y'all again next time. Bye bye.